It's fine.
Space in between what?
The world's oldest man died, by the way.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
So
we're alive.
Isn't that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So is that like it's a misleading headline? Because if you're dead, you're not the world's oldest man anymore.
Yeah,
the former
technically
world's oldest man.
Yeah,
world's oldest man is constantly fine. He's right there.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you, there's an older woman out there. Because
yeah, you know what I'm more concentrated on? The game as played today.
Oh, we watch it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's roll the credits,
okay.
shall we?
Okay.
Vagina.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Oh my God.
Wow, we got 3. Welcome to the what?
Oh, no, I was gonna say I said 3 of something, and I got.
Dude, those they come up so much. It's like they're the press of a button or something. It's crazy how you can just keep them coming like that.
The audience always comes.
Wow, we're so disciplined out there.
Another one.
Damn.
And another one.
Another one.
Another one.
God dang it. TJ Kellen.
Welcome to the Real BBC bagging, boarding, and chatting. I can show off some comic books, but I can't bag and board them. I'm still in Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen. Where it is, Wisconsin. It's like 24 degrees. I can show
some comics.
Should I grab my comics? Oh my God. I haven't pulled them out yet. I'll be right back.
Okay, go.
Babies.
Yeah.
Welcome, friends. We're a little late.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
GM friend.
GM. Is that what we're saying now?
GM friend.
GM friend.
Oh, he doesn't know, does he?
I don't know. I have no idea. What am I supposed to know? What am I supposed to know?
Everything.
Mr. Little Green. Good morning, Fran. GM Fran.
Baby Yoda? What the fuck are you talking about? Mr. Little Green?
Like an alien? Are you talking about that?
Welcome to bagging, boarding, and chatting, ladies and gentlemen. As gets mad at me for something I have no clue about. Did you take LSD in the chat?
I'm not just mad at you. I'm mad at all of you. I thought Morley would have got it immediately.
Got what? I didn't even catch what's happening.
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about okay, a frog that's green?
Mr. Frog?
Frogger?
Pepe?
Oh, okay. We're getting there. What about him?
GM Fran. Oh, whatever. Forget it.
Oh, is it from Pepe? Is it? Just don't. Kermit?
Just oh my God!
Listen, there's a lot of green frogs. I hate to tell you.
Thanks for.
Aren't all frogs green?
A lot of them are.
No,
but I wouldn't want you to be too racist here.
There's plenty of poisonous. It's plenty of poisonous.
Yeah. Oh, there's some that you can get high off of too. You can lick a toad. Oh, well, that's a toad, but whatever.
They're kind of the same, right?
Yeah, whatever. Get high on a lot of stuff. Even the show.
I get
Listen to
high
this
on life.
surreal opening. What the hell's going on? Let's get back on track.
Sorry.
We're going to talk about Captain America 4, or as I like to call it, Captain African American. Having a little more trouble, apparently. Now, I don't know if it's re-edits or reshoots. We'll get into it. But we can, more importantly, get into why this movie should just be Batgirled at this point. I don't care how much money they put into it.
They'll never Batgirl this, though.
No, but they should.
It's the only way it's going to make the most money.
Yeah. If you take a $400 write down or whatever, you know, that's the best option for this one.
$400.
400 400 million, sorry.
Yeah.
Or 400. No, actually, if you make 400 bucks on it, that's
Yeah, you made a profit.
yeah. That's for sure. There's that. There is the we are the media now, and that's the royal we. That's you out in the chat too. So they could be you are the media. There's a lot of that going on, especially with the access media, which is great.
We're royal now? Neat.
Yeah. And it's a good thing. Disney gets sued for $43 million, or they set $43 million settlement. And that's not Gina Carano. In totally unrelated news, Bob Iger sold a bunch of his stock. Did you hear about that? Sold a lot of his Disney stock. Arcane season 2 ended, and MauLer is super happy about it.
Honk.
That it's over.
And the biggest news of the day, Brie Larson got a haircut.
Wait, can I show that first?
Let's introduce people.
Oh, okay.
No, we really got to get to it. Fucking haircut.
Wait, we've got to get to Brie Larson's effing haircut.
Breaking news, honestly.
ASAP.
Slow day. Hi, Az.
Hi.
Thanks. You
Hi,
want to
so
tell us what
is
the hell you were
next-
talking about now?
No.
All right, moving on. Hi, MauLer.
Hi. I wanted to talk today about toads. For all
Oh,
green, you know?
no.
I'm so confused still.
Hypnotoad.
Who's that?
All right, there's me done. Surreal next, I guess.
Wait, Gary, am I allowed to show comic covers of Vampirella on stream, or will we get
I mean,
taken?
did you have things covering her nips and her bush?
I mean, it's covered.
Well, I mean,
Ish.
I think she's partially waxed. Pretty sure.
I've not seen any bush on her.
Well, I mean, considering her costume and you don't see a bunch of bush coming out of it, it's a guess.
I think she mows the lawn.
She mows the lawn,
You use
or she burns the rainforest, as Dan would say.
Hey.
You know, the true
Okay,
Brazilian.
wait. I'll do this. There we go.
There you go, Vampirella.
And then I have another one. This one, I like this cover the most, but I think I have to cover it.
Why are you getting Vampirella comics? You going gay on us?
Yes.
Wait, is
Big
that
time,
really
wow.
gay?
Well,
No, but
I'd be
extra
Why
gay
girl
is-
for Vampirella.
Is somebody fucking her up the ass?
No. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Nothing is behind her. Although
Whatever.
I'm sure the entire chat would totally be behind her.
Oh, everybody's like full screen. They're just demanding full screen.
Okay,
here.
wait. There we go. Not full booty.
But don't worry, nothing's behind it.
Nothing's behind the hand.
No.
Don't look behind the hand.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
mean,
why these comics sell. You know,
I
Wow,
wonder
that
too.
looks like a homage to the Spider-Woman cover, I should say.
I
Is
promise you, maybe 1% of the Vampirella fans have read the book.
and they're all sticky pages.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Ah, I know you guys. Okay, whatever.
yeah.
That's just inefficient.
It's inefficient. It's destructive.
Yeah, it's gross, man. Get some self-control, okay?
Okay. You're all dying to hear about Brie Larson's haircut. Do you have that? I don't have it.
I
You'd have to
do.
pull it up. Let's be a bunch of bitchy queens and talk about our hairstyle. Okay. Oh my god.
Well, I've got a thing I'd like to say about this.
Okay, please.
Okay, what would you like to
Do
say?
it.
Let's hear it. You're gonna explain it more than you explain the thing in the. Well, never mind. Just go on.
Why do you hate frogs so much?
I like frogs.
Frogs are okay. There's a lot of famous ones I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. Mr. Toad's. Oh, that's a toad. But Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was my favorite ride at Disneyland when I was a kid. When I was a wee little kid. Toad Frog, same thing. Yeah.
So, do you think this is a I'm definitely not going to be playing Captain Marvel again statement? And now I know that she could wear a wig, but with filming and meant to be pretty much in pre-production, so
I mean, her hair waves around all the time in CG when she's Captain Marvel anyway, so probably is like a wiggable thing.
Yeah.
I have a feeling people like her have to actually get it cleared with, Marvel before she's even allowed to cut her hair.
Well, so she's either not going to have a huge part or she's not filming in Avengers for a while.
I mean, since the Marvels, I would have thought they would have said, "We'll call you."
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it.
Don't call us, we'll call you. But then you have to ask yourself, just who the fuck are the Avengers?
Well,
That's gonna be addressed in Brave World, right? Whatever.
yeah, in Captain African American, yes, that's supposed to be addressed. I'm guessing it's that title banner on D+, and this is a pixie haircut. Used to be, Audrey Hepburn, big thing. Girls liked it in the 90s.
Yeah, but they look cute, and it looks like Brie
does not have the face for a pixie haircut. No,
looks like she got
Oh my gosh, she
stage
does
4.
it's a little
like
too
Elliot
long.
Page.
Yeah, you have to have like an Elfie. The pixie haircut goes with like a pixie face, like an Elfie type of face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought this
Looks
was
for that.
Alyssa Mercante at first when I saw the picture.
Like Dolores, or what was her last name? Cranberries. Lead singer's dead.
Dolores
Oh.
Cranberry.
Dolores O'Riordan. Like she was good. She looked really good with her short hair. She did. Very cute. R.I.P. No.
Could be for a role.
Oh, I think it's for a play. I think it's for a role. So
Is it for never mind.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I was gonna say
Really?
it's gonna say pantomime, because in the UK when it's panto season, we have a woman that plays Peter Pan.
We'll just see if Ryan simps that hard for her now. We'll see how how deep
has
Ryan's
he?
love is for Brie and unconditional after this haircut. I'm
Let's see if
guessing.
he said anything.
What I tweeted out is Ryan Kinnell on Suicide Watch.
He said,
How deep is your
always.
love, Ryan?
He said always.
Yeah, no, he look at this. So I see is Ryan Kinnell on.
Face.
That's true.
She's
also
got
true.
shorter hair than Ryan Kinnell. That's odd to say out loud.
Ryan and It's a Gundam are always tying up the suicide hotline. So
Usually Ryan's calling because his order is wrong.
yeah,
And It's a Gundam's got shares in it.
yeah, he does. By the way, he'll be on Friday Night Tights. Whoop. If he makes it this week, if he makes it, okay. If he makes it. So that's the rage of the internet. And you know what? I'm thankful for it, because now the political season's over. I have been purposefully going around my Twitter feed and just like hitting on those engagement farming things for music. Like, here is Led Zeppelin playing in Wembley in 1973. And I'm just hit that once, and then I get classic rock performances for like 3 days on my timeline. I'm like, this is fine. I'm fine with this. I'm okay with it. Clears it up a little bit. Shakes the tree. It's that and Lord of the Rings memes. But and yes, I've seen War of the Rohirrim. I can't say anything about it right now other than
Shit.
it's Rings of Power all over again.
It's fucking shit.
It's fucking Rings of Power all over again. Except this time it's just a movie. Motherfucker. So disappointing. So disappointing. So, MauLer, I know you talked about it for hours and hours and hours. As people drift in, please give us the MauLer Cliff Notes version of Arcane season 2.
I mean, it's nothing hugely shocking for anybody who's watched it. Pretty much everyone agrees now that it's paced like a just roller coaster that's broken. It's insanely super duper fast, and it's become clear since the end of Act 3 that they've already launched that they're like, we've got 3 shows in development coming for you, and it's just like, yeah, here we are. Well, the success of the first season has killed it. They've obsessively tried to expand. They've probably been told to, and it means that the story suffered significantly. There's lots of explanations for exactly what's done it, but like the focus has not been on properly laying out like a timeline and making sure everything happens the way it should. A lot of people, when they saw Act 1, were like, Act 2 is gonna flesh it out, don't worry. And then they saw Act 2 and they're like, holy shit, they've just fucking sped along and done a bunch of other shit. And then Act 3 was even more insane. It's actually difficult to fully explain what even happened in Act 3. We get to some MCU slop in terms of just explosions and nonsense. Like, you know, we've been covering it, we're getting through it. It took the further we go, the longer it takes. More people who are just expressing such disappointment with how everything's fallen apart, and then like direct comparisons with season 1 that is getting to the point of being baffling that the same people wrote, the same people were in charge. But you know, it's not like we've never seen this before. Especially when people do something great and then someone comes along and says, make that again, but way quicker.
Yeah.
And then they continue it when they didn't necessarily have any plan to. Yeah, you know, the vast majority of the stuff online that I see people discussing is just characters fucking each other. None of it is really like substantive discussions on breakdowns of arcs or what things meant to each other. One thing I've seen spammed is just the word, oh my god, parallel. There's a parallel here, parallel. And I'm getting flashbacks to TLJ when everyone was just talking about themes constantly, but never actually had anything substantive to say, because it's like a good way to try and go viral / have people say like, oh my god, you're so insightful when it comes to there's like certain shots that will match up, and people will literally just post the images and say parallels. And be like, can you at least give me a sentence for why this is meaningful instead of just saying parallels? Like why a character did something before and what it says about the character in the future. Well, you know, I was holding out for Arcane this year being the thing that could pull us together in terms of like, oh, cool, there's a new thing that's really, 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 really good. Turns out it was really, 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 really bad.
Yeah, turns out that thing was the Penguin of all things.
The Penguin, indeed.
Wow. Yeah.
The Penguin. The effing Penguin. How did that happen? It's so crazy.
There is a flashback. We covered this in the last EVAP episode, going over it. It's about Silco Vander and stuff that happened before the events of season 1, and it is like so toxically incongruent with what we believe happened in season 1 that we were pretty much like, so this is the tipping point. It's just not canon. It's too much. We weren't hugely a fan of it at the time anyway, but that was enough. We were like, fuck off. But by the time you reach the end of the season, it's just so out of... Holy shit, what they did to Heimerdinger. Oh my god. Can I say what they did to Heimerdinger?
Yeah, okay.
I'm never going to watch it anymore, so yeah.
Like,
I hope he's okay.
He's a gooba little scientist gerbil man who like alien creature type thing. Gary knows what I'm trying to say. Which I love seeing in shows like this, where you'd think like, what a goofy nonsense character, but he's actually quite serious. He's the oldest member of this city. He's very invested in its the way it runs. He's seen other places in this world because he's super duper old fall apart thanks to mages going out of control, and so he wants to prevent that from happening to this city that he helped build. And in season 1, a lot of stuff happens that pushes him out of control, and it's really interesting and quite sad. Season 2, he's been like flanderized into a goofball. He gets like 3 sentences in the first act or so where he's just messing around, and then you don't see him in the second act at all. And when I say act, I mean there's 3 episode blocks, and there's only 9 in the season. And then in the third act, he was sent to an alternate dimension and we catch up with him, and he basically says, "Yeah, I've been here for I think it's a year and a half, something like that, or it's really long fucking time, 1,500 days. I can't remember." And he just says, "Yeah, you know, I built a guitar. I've been hanging out and just playing songs." It's just like, what?
That doesn't seem like him.
And then Echo joins him, and all he does is, well, like, he spends his time trying to generate a machine that'll send them both back, and it's like montage style. And get barely anything from him in terms of like insightful stuff or what he cares about, where he's going. And when the machine is set to go, they're going to go back to the dimension. He realizes it's breaking, and so he just during the scene he just arbitrarily says like, "Oh, the machine is breaking. I need to jump out and fix it, but that'll kill me. So sorry." And jumps out, reconnects a button, and then dies. He like gets vaporized.
What?
And Echo doesn't tell anybody that this happened when he gets back to the other dimension. Nobody mentions Heimerdinger ever again. he's vaporized.
Fuck this show. Oh,
What?
fucking
They did him dirty.
Oh, and it's Witcher all over again.
You said you're gonna see it at some point. I just,
yes,
like I said, just track some of these stories. The Heimerdinger one pissed me off the most. I was actually really looking forward to seeing him in season 2, and he got barely anything, and then he was vaporized. It's just like, cool, thanks, never mind.
Well, they had to ship more people. Good God. I mean, like, you know, and I tweeted about this last night. Like, Netflix, top of the world, man. They won the streaming wars. They have the most subscribers. They have liquid cash, which none of the legacy studios have. They can buy anything they want. But the biggest problem they have for the future is their binge model, for one. And I say this from the business perspective. Don't want to get down this argument too much, but everybody likes to binge. That's great. But if you want your show to have any lasting impact or cultural impact or pop cultural impact, it needs to be around longer. It also helps reduce churn. So if you're dumping $200 million into a series and it's over and the discussion of it is over in a weekend, it's really not driving subscribers. It's not doing anything. It's just a vanity project at that point. But they also need to turn around seasons a little quicker. Even of an animated show, you need to like find a way to not wait 3 years to have a season 2 or 2 years to have a season 2. That more likely than not is going to disappoint you. Netflix has a huge second season problem. They have a huge getting past a first season problem. And what Netflix wants is water cooler shows. They still want that shit, but they don't have it. They don't have it. Stranger Things didn't have a good second season, and it just survived over its massive popularity, and it got good later. And there's other examples of second seasons too, but it's rare. It's more likely than not you're going to get an Umbrella Academy or Alter Carbon, which had a good first season, and then I don't know, one of your characters decides to become a dude, and it kind of mucks up your whole show. But
as if not to make it like worse, by the way, but you know, I was obviously mad about this as a result, and some people were like, "Why? You played the game. You know that his species will respawn. Whenever a Yordle, that's what he does, dies, they respawn in Bandle City. That's like the place where they respawn." And I was just like, first of all, they haven't established that in the show at all. Nobody I don't even think the show mentions his species, let alone what his species does. And secondly, how does that solve anything? I don't care if he's respawned off screen. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
okay.
They were clearly taking him somewhere as far as a character arc in season 1, and it sounds like they just abandoned it so they can ship more people.
I'm sure someone would argue that this is his character arc. The fact that he's mentioned several times he can't die, to be vaporized in favor of getting Echo back into the timeline to save the world, you know.
By the time I'm 60, when season 3 comes out, I'll be able to see his character arc continue.
I don't even know what to like. Would you even he's in an alternate multiversal vaporization state. I don't even know what I don't know what any of it means. They didn't explain shit. And like I said, there's no scenes where characters find out what he did, or like Jace never gets told Heimerdinger died saving the world. I was just like, oh, you'd think they'd throw that in, but okay.
Another thing Netflix is desperate for, and they clearly almost had it here, was a franchise. They want a franchise. That's Netflix's. Well, I mean, you obviously took the time, which is fine, and it didn't work out. But they get ahead of themselves with a TV show. No matter if you drop it binge or weekly, the public isn't going to see it any differently. Your show has to be good and consistent for at least 3 seasons before you want to start spinning shit off and calling it a franchise. A lot of shows back in even the 90s, when the stuff came out faster, MauLer, and they wouldn't start making merchandise until around season 3. They would wait because they were smart, because they wanted to see if it stuck, and when it did, they'll start making some merchandise for it, or they'll start, thinking about a spinoff of famously Buffy, Angel. Mm-hmm. With Doctor Who, they didn't start really making merchandise for Russell T Davies era until season 3. There was a lot of stuff that they kind of held off on, and that was smart. They don't do that anymore. They think they have like a mandate when they have a good first season. It's like, let's fucking go. We own the world now. We got the next Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and blah, blah, blah. And then it's The Witcher.
Yeah, because we know that they're thinking too short-sightedly, though.
Yep.
That they are confusing their current direction with the power of the brand, or the power of that first season. So with Doctor Who, for example, that show fell big because it was the power of Doctor Who that was carrying the show. But to maintain that power, Doctor Who has to remain consistent to its core, to its roots. When you stray from your roots, you ain't going to go anywhere. People tuned into The Witcher show because of Henry Cavill, predominantly, more than anything else. And also because of good fantasy or dark fantasy that the Witcher reputation had got. But they saw season 1. And they realized that this wasn't a Henry Cavill show, and this wasn't a Witcher show. And anyone with half a brain could see exactly the direction in which it was going to go, and it went in exactly that direction.
And the showrunner told us, and against all, hope, right? Because I watched it and I liked it, but it was right up against the line for me of everything I'm going to hate, and they really leaned into it in season 2. And Lauren Hisrich, as to your credit, said she was going to do it. Like from day one.
Henry Cavill. Well, yes. And we were saying this, though. And we were bringing plenty of things up, from the armors to the what was being said to the activism that they were displaying. And then, Henry Cavill himself was like, I want the show to start to follow the books more closely. He was telling us what was going to happen. And then again, we kind of guessed after season 3, we're like, this guy signed a contract for 3 seasons with the the extension to carry on for up to 7. I think it was going to be.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 7.
And no, he as soon as season 2 is over, that was it. I'm gone.
Done.
I'm gone. It was. I mean, it's not even waiting for season 3 to come out or anything. No, I'm gone. After season 3, I'm done. And we all knew that's that's what his contract was, and he had had enough of this shit. So, the studios, they unfortunately, I mean, I watched a great video from a video game director, and she was stressing how industries are now stuck in bubbles. And she was talking specifically about the gaming industry.
I saw that, yeah.
But she was talking about how instead of coming out of your bubble to see what's going on, the lay of the land, they just drag people into the bubble. So they don't understand how powerful the franchise is to bring in figures. They just think it's them. So when people watch it and they realize, oh no, this is just ideological crap. This is, the diminishment of masculinity, the diminishment of femininity. Diminishment of entertainment, lecturing, crap, intersectional, way too much LGB. There is way too much LGB shit on TV that doesn't in any way, shape or form coincide with the existing numbers. It's way too pushed, and people are just sick of all of these things combined. And this is why we get to this situation. Yeah, season 1, great. Yeah, we had these female characters. It did well. We did these sort of more classic orientated themes. Now we can expand because of how great the first season was. And they just betray all those, and they go along their own little routes, their own little bubbles. That's why more often than not, we're just like, well, season 2 ain't going to. Doctor Who, look at the current Doctor Who. Go back to that. That is done.
So done. We got a Christmas special coming up, written by Stephen Moffat.
His final Doctor Who script ever.
Actual final.
Promise
actual
this time.
promise. Well, this is it. I'm done.
Considering it's not going to get past its next season.
Hey, where's that season 3 announcement of Rings of Power?
Or Doctor Who? Yeah, we haven't heard them.
Yeah, it's a bit tragic, isn't it?
We know that Doctor Who was commissioned for 2 seasons from Disney.
Yes.
So we know that that was a 2-season commission, because they literally finished one and went straight into the.
And it's all recorded, right?
Yes.
All done.
Yeah.
They
it's
shot
already
it pretty
done.
much almost back to back. Pretty close.
Pretty close to back to back. Yes. And just like that, where's the 3rd season announcement? It's not coming.
There was going to be the Hooniverse as.
Yes.
And
this.
Man. Where's all that? Well, the world has changed. That's what's happened, is the world has changed, or better described as the worldview of the entertainment industry has been shattered. The world changed a while ago. Hollywood and the entertainment industry and the BBC is where trends go to die. And the bottom fell out. And that's what we're seeing with, how worried are you, MauLer, about Squid Game season 2?
I think the thing with that one, I don't know why this is. I never know why the difference between each of these shows. But for some reason, if that's terrible, I don't think I'll have any problem cutting it right off, being like, I don't give a shit. Season 1 is all I need. And I think there's way more reason to think it would be terrible. I think that it's easy to understand that the reaction to the first one and the discussion on it would make the writer be like, ooh, I better be more explicit this time about what the show is supposed to be about, or I need to move this here and this, and just the less time to create the story. It's just all this sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, very likely could be very bad. I'm more expecting that to be bad. I wasn't expecting Arcane season 2 to be bad at all. And then I'm somewhere in the between with like Andor. And then Penguin. What can you even say? I was just like, wasn't expecting that to be that at all. But hey, we have to give what we do here. We give all of them a chance, see what they can do every time. Maybe Rings of Power season 3 will be awesome
if we get it. I'm scared for season 2. This is from Shadow Saiyan 737 for $9.99. I'm scared of season 2 of One Piece live action after Arcane. I hope Oda gets it right. Well, Oda's there. That does make a difference, but yeah, you should be at this point. Like, I'd be worried about all of it. Wait and see. It's going to be very difficult, and it's trust. You got to build trust, and Netflix, for the most part, hasn't built it. They're one-shot wonders at best. One-shot wonders. But what was that?
My dogs
piping in.
Yeah. I was about to say, so when we were sitting with Drinker, he was saying that there's the movie you wanna shoot, there's the movie that you can shoot, and on the day of, that's what you are gonna get. So there's also that.
There's that, but there's also just a supreme lack of talent right now, and or just learning all the wrong lessons. I think that's been the theme of the last few years. Like, whatever successes we've seen is learning all the wrong lessons. I think with the success of, Top Gun and Oppenheimer and Barbie and Wicked, I think it's pretty clear. Men are men, women are women. They have different tastes, and you make things for them. There is certainly crossover, but when there's crossover, particularly with, say, the MCU, it's women liking to see the male version of what that brand is supposed to be. It's a male brand, period, for Star Wars and for Marvel. And what they did try to do was turn Marvel into Wicked, especially with Agatha. And they're really pushing that right now. Look at all the witches out there. Woo!
Did you watch all of that?
All of Agatha? Yes, I did.
Oof. Welcome to the club. It's an exclusive club.
It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Did you make it as you were reviewing it quite a bit, weren't you? You must have stopped.
I got to episode 5 and I was done.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that Drunk 3PO begged me to carry on the reviews, I just couldn't bring myself to watch any more of that slop. And it was slop.
It was
made for an audience of 1.
Not the power of many.
No.
Many wine boxes.
Oh my God.
Many wine boxes.
Do you still see those random little tweets out there saying like, bring back the Acolyte? I'm like, oh, so cute. They're still going.
They're still going. They got their sign up in Times Square. The Renew the Acolyte. Yeah, they did it. Those little guys.
Yeah, they wasted their mony. Yeah.
It's the same answer to them every time. It's like, you should have watched it.
Yeah. Where's the modern audience?
Well, that's
where is it? Where is it?
The modern audience that they were looking for. They're being the entertainment industry's definition of the modern audience is minuscule. It is tiny. And what they forgot is it really doesn't exist. There is no modern audience. There is no toxic fandom. There is the audience, the paying customer. They've always been this way. They will always be this way. And unfortunately, creating what you want to believe instead of just making stuff for what is something Hollywood has become incapable of. And that's why they're probably freaking out a little bit. That's probably why Captain African American is being re-edited again, possibly. The one thing I know, there's been, it was almost completely reshot. And I learned this past summer that it was not a test screening, and it might be now. I don't know, but from before, it wasn't a test screening. It was literally people sitting in the editing bay going, "This doesn't work." This is Disney people. This is Marvel people saying it. So it didn't make it to a test screening, and they're like, "No, we can't work this." And because Sam Wilson looks like a Power Ranger, he looks like a character from City of Heroes that your 6-year-old built. The power sec doesn't match at all, with wings and a shield. Apparently, he came out now and he's got a freaking Iron Man suit. Is that it? Probably gifted from Wakanda, so that gives him the powers. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And you robbed a real character of his identity. They're so focused on identity. You robbed a real character, Falcon, of his identity, and you gave him hand-me-downs because, as Eric July says, the white man's hand-me-downs give you more validation, more legitimacy. What the fuck kind of message does that send?
Well, exactly what far leftism is, which is just racism, sexism, bigotry in disguise. Yeah.
Well, it's the same reason you don't like recast Black Panther. It might have been a better movie. Remember Wakanda Forever, guys?
No.
Gosh.
Simply put, the Wakanda Forever is a Latino man crosses the border of a isolationist ethno state, and it leads to war.
And he says that the Wakandan air smells better than the rest of the world's air.
Yeah.
Even though he lives underwater.
And then Black Panther turns out to be Shuri at the end of the movie.
Right at the end.
It's such a mess. It's such a mess.
It's crazy to look back on in a lot of ways, isn't it? Like, what a fucking mistake. So many mistakes everywhere.
But you say mistakes. I said it then, I'll say it now. And legitimate RIP Chadwick Boseman, because he did come across as such a cool guy, legitimately. But to me, his death gave them an avenue they wanted to go down.
Oh yeah,
which was to turn Shuri into Black Panther, like they did in the comics. So in their eyes, I think
That
they
didn't
saw
last
that.
very long.
No,
by the way.
that lasted no time at all, by the way. Just like all the other fucking changes that were done. Female Thor, Ironheart, blah, blah, blah. You know, Kate Bishop, all the changes. No, that one was another big fucking whack, whack, oops. But I think Marvel saw that as an opportunity and they took it. Because I think they are that kind of people, by the way. I legitimately think they are that kind of people.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the fact that we're in a position where I'm not even sure if we'll see her again is pretty fucking crazy.
Well, we might not see her again because of her vaccination stance.
yeah, her pretty
I just
reasonable.
meant, like, they don't even know what Avengers team they're doing.
Well, do you? I mean, I haven't got a clue.
If they don't, I definitely don't. Like, I feel like they're the ones that would have a better idea than me.
Are the Avengers going to be Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, Shuri? I'm going off the top of my head here. Doctor Strange, Captain African American, and
Mark Ruffalo.
No,
Mark Ruffalo.
no, other show. No, She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Well, she got taken off the banner.
She got taken off the banner as...
Yeah, she got taken off the banner, and Deadpool got put in at the end.
Deadpool? Do you think Deadpool will be in the Avengers?
No. Do you know what they should do? They should have Deadpool and Wolverine and call it the Avengers. and it will do more fucking bank than an Avengers movie will.
Oh my God. If you have to rely on the Fox heroes, that's so funny. Yeah, that's a good question. Ant-Man.
No,
Forgot about Ant-Man.
No, well, but
I don't know
his
about the
last
Wasp.
film wasn't even about him.
Wasp had some interesting views on the jab as well. So
Yeah, she's gone.
Isn't it weird? Like absolute die-in-the-wool progressives step off the reservation on one single issue, and they are pariahs. They are burn them at the stake, but we believe in women.
Yeah.
But
And
J.K. Rowling.
When
J.K.
you're ready
Rowling,
to talk, Echo, I'll be at the casino.
I don't believe in women. Have you ever met one?
Well,
No.
when you're ready to talk Echo, nobody's going to hear anything.
I'm terrified of women, and I'll never meet one.
I think they're fake. They were
That's why
invented
I
to
play Five
control
Girls,
us.
One Roof. Is that what it's called? Five
Yeah, is
Girls, One
Echo
Roof?
going to be an Avenger?
Oh,
Is
God.
Is Hawkeye going to be there?
Serious?
Is Echo going to be an Avenger? I
Which
would
Hawkeye?
love it, dude.
Which Echo? The 70-year-old Echo?
I actually make an Avengers team, but only from all of this like F-list fucking
TV shows.
idiot introduced people. Yeah,
Can Madam Web be part of it too?
Oh, the Scarlet.
Yes. No.
Yes.
But
The Scarlet. Yes, I would say at this point, if we're going crazy. Yes. 'Cause at least the press tour would be fun.
Oh
and then
my
also
God.
just
What about
throw in
Scarlet
Ruby
Scarab?
Rose as Batwoman as well.
I just
Yes.
realized something.
What?
Hello, Craven. When's Craven coming out?
A couple weeks.
Yeah.
This next month.
Oh boy, exciting.
Oh.
So,
You can see Az cares a lot about that one. He's been waiting forever for that. I'm so excited.
I actually thought it was out. I thought, oh no, I've not. Oh no, I've missed it.
no,
but
that's when it comes out a week later, you'll be all, it came out.
it came. Yeah, you still missed it.
I just wish it were Madam Web levels of funny. That's all I want. I hope it is.
Oh, I thought I did. There is a okay, because I saw. Did anybody see Venom 3 here?
No.
Yes. With you.
No.
Okay, I don't remember much from it. I was completely sober
Oh,
when I watched it.
You
Like
saw
I
a
am
Venom
now.
movie, I see. All
I
right.
saw the Venom movie. I did. I saw it, and I went, okay, I saw it, and I would walk away saying, at least it was like Madam
Entertaining.
Web. It was like an entertaining bad movie, you know. Tom Hardy's performance as Eddie Brock is total shit, and it was a mess. But I'd still rather watch that than the Marvels. Like,
I'm pretty
I-
sure he's
for
still baffled they keep having to make these movies, isn't he? He's just like, okay, yeah, we'll do another one.
And it did it did half of what the first one did worldwide. I think the first one did almost like $800 million.
Dude, it made money. It still made around 100 odd million profit.
So this is from Daniel RPK. He's a scooper pooper.
Sure.
Okay, don't know much about him. Whatever.
I think I'm banned. I think I'm blocked from that.
Nah, but Elon fixed that. You can still see the
You
tweets.
can still see it.
Yes.
You can still see it.
I'm actually relatively thankful for that because discussing film fucking blocked me. I don't know why. I don't know. I've never.
They blocked everyone.
They blocked everybody.
Thanks to the way it works now, I can actually see those tweets instead. You know what's really dumb is a lot of people like to solve that with just posting it in like Discord, so it would display and then I could see it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, just let me fucking see it.
Yeah, I kind of like what he did with the blocking thing. Personally, I don't block anybody, so I'm not worried about it. But Captain African American Brave New World is currently being changed due to another negative test screening. It's unclear if this will include another batch of reshoots or simply just re-editing. Now,
It's out in February.
Yeah, we got ages.
It's fucking December in a couple of days.
We can film a whole other movie, dude. Let's go. What's so funny to me is
the fourth version.
I want them to release all of them, jumble it, do a Clue type situation where all of us go see a different.
Just let AI take a chance at it.
Whatever. I just, it would be so much fun to be like, which one did you get? It's like, I got the one with Captain Marvel.
Dude, it'd be like Clue. Do it like Clue.
Yeah.
Except for a whole movie. You get an entirely different cut.
Fuck.
It's like they have to via polling, like which one gets the highest approval, and then it starts to, that'll be the official one. That'll be the canon one.
All right. So Robert Meyer Burnett, our good friend Robert Meyer Burnett, sums it up.
He's got some spicy takes recently.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're bringing up this tweet, you have to bring up the other ones now, aren't you?
What's the the other one's about Wicked or
fucking
Goonies?
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah,
we'll talk about his Goonies thing because I know where he's coming from with that. But I mean, like, yeah, he went hard, dude. He went hard. It's funny, but this he said can't make Captain African American work. The conception of the film was compromised in every way from the get-go, where
Correct.
he's not wrong.
Correct.
Then the world shifted from beneath the film's ground. Now they're trying to fix something that cannot be fixed because it was fraudulently created. Now, he is absolutely right with that statement. It was fraudulently created.
Like creative fraudulence, yeah.
Which is brilliant. But I'll add to that. But I know what he's getting at here. So this guy goes, what is fraudulently created mean? It was put into production with a script which didn't work, with the director out of his league, and they felt the execs could fix. Yeah. How about no?
How about no?
How about
no?
You pushed a character that was never culturally popular. It was never popular as Sam Wilson as Captain America was never popular in the comics ever popular in the comics. And that was your testing ground. That was your proving ground. And you decided to dump $400 million into a movie about a character who's in a fucking handful of comics that didn't sell for shit. Meaning your hardcore audience didn't like it at all.
Give him a few months. You might be able to push it to 500 million. Let's go. Come on, guys.
And the bigger picture is you tried to push something culturally that the audience had no desire for. There was no desire for it anywhere. This was never going to make money. Newsflash, this was never a fucking good idea. You're fucking idiots for moving forward this. We just had a sequel of a movie without the main character, Wakanda Forever. And yes, it pulled in a big box office.
Yeah.
What was that?
They're going to say Joker 2.
And Joker 2. And it didn't work. Wakanda Forever made a lot of money at the box office, didn't make a lot of profit at all. And it's looked at as a joke. It's looked at as an absolute joke. Now, if you had recast Black Panther, it'd have done better and probably had a bigger cultural footprint. This is a disaster waiting to happen because, like it or not, Steve Rogers is Captain America. That's just a fact. That's a fact to the audience, to the public out there, not fucking Twitter or Reddit nowadays. It's a fact. You cannot replace
Sebastian Stan.
Who? Well, he should have been.
No,
Okay,
Sebastian. Sebastian Stan was asked in an interview who he would like to see back in the MCU, and he said Steve Rogers.
Yes, because he's Captain America.
Yes.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all. There's a scene in the trailer. I could be wrong, could be very wrong about this, but there's a guy Sam is talking to off camera, and I think it's Chris Evans. I think it's old man Cap.
In the park. In the park. Not in the park.
He's in a building, and they show him talking to somebody who's like off camera. Could be anybody, but I think it's Chris Evans.
What's funny about that is like if they're not bringing him back, then they will. Like he's got it right. Look how much work they've done to bring Robert Downey Jr. back. They must be talking to Chris Evans by now.
They have to be. And what Robert is talking about right here is the world shifted from beneath the film's ground. He's talking about the fucking election. The problem is the world had already shifted.
Yes.
It had already shifted years before, and Hollywood ignored it. Fucking ignored it. And now the bottom is falling out and they're freaking out. Good for them. Sorry, go on, Az.
No, I just in answer to MauLer, you said that they've got to be talking to Chris Evans. Dude, they're talking to Chris Evans. They're talking to Scarlett Johansson. They're talking to fucking Mark Ruffalo. They're talking to everybody, every single one of those original Avengers. They're probably talking to Tom Hiddleston as Loki coming back, as Loki Pokey. They're doing the whole, I guarantee they're doing the shebang. But like I said, I had an insider at Marvel. And when they screened the Marvels, and as soon as it finished, one of the very first questions that was asked in that room was, how do we get Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans back? I would have
thought Johansson's also what they're going to engage with because she's sued them, right?
I don't think she's coming back.
I swear to God, we're going to see Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow in Secret Wars, Secret Invasion, Secret everything.
Well, Bob Chapek's gone, and they can blame him, so possibly. But
it's a contract dispute. They don't give a shit. So
here's the deal: getting them back solves absolutely nothing, guys.
Of course,
and we know that.
We know that.
But the execs don't know that. They don't know that. I think Kevin Feige knows it. I think in his heart of hearts he knows it. But the execs, the CEOs, they have no fucking clue.
To be somewhat fair, all things the same, as in writing quality and everything, you're probably better off with them than you are with a cast of unknown women, sort of thing.
Without a doubt. But they're effing old now.
Well, there's that, but there's also the fact that it's like, guys, this may work for one gimmick film, but like after that, you are fucked. And there's only so far Wolverine and Deadpool are going to take you. Even if you put them in every single movie going forward.
And now you've let that wolf in the door. And if you go out and cast a comic accurate X-Men, they're more worried about the criticism of that than, which will be minute, by the way, absolutely minute, but they're still worried about it from within their own building, So that's the problem they face.
Fast tracking AI to get all of the actors looking the same too.
AI's being fast tracked.
I got a really good idea, right? First idea, right? Fire every woman.
I'm liking this. Continue.
That's it.
As they're not real. They tricked you into thinking they were real. They're not.
That's it. That's the whole plan.
Well, no, and then they would have to go out and hire some men because the males that are in the building are not men.
Yeah, they've got to have some guys that know what the fuck they're doing. But that's where you start. You fire every one of them.
That's a good start, Az. I like it.
Thank you. Can't wait for that to go around Twitter later.
Hi, Reddit.
Hi, Reddit. Just say it's Reddit. So the pattern now is
I regret nothing.
It hits Reddit, whatever somebody tweets controversial. 48 hours later, it hits Reddit, and then people come in and call you a racist.
And then 24 hours after that, hits TikTok.
Yeah, and then it disappears completely.
Yeah. And then nobody sees it because it's just fucking commie bullshit.
Because it's all bullshit.
It's
all bullshit. I'm doing a video on it, so we won't go into it. But the J.K. Rowling article is a perfect example of like the modern audience don't exist. It's so minuscule. I'm forgetting the quote now. The chat can help me. There's a part in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where they go, population of the universe, 0. And they break the numbers down compared to planets in the universe compared to actually people living on them as so close to 0 it's not worth counting, so we call it 0. That's pretty much what the modern audience is. 0. And they have 0 power, and at least with one person who's super rich and uncancelable, HBO is brave enough to go, we back her. Now she makes us truckloads of money. Very brave of you. But yeah, Robert's not wrong on this one. Robert's been on fire. Okay, now Goonies argument. Here's the Goonies thing. Goonies is a generational film. Came out in 85. So Robert's around my age. So when Robert saw it and when I saw it, we were teenagers. So we're all, this is a goofy, dumb kids movie. I didn't hate it, but like it had no cultural impact on me whatsoever because I was a teenage. I was like 15, 16 years old. Whatever. Now, if you're like an 8-year-old and you're a 9-year-old watching that movie, I could totally see it having cultural impact. And it did. Like
Stranger Things would not exist without Goonies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I recognize the cultural impact. I recognize that Chris Columbus wrote the script. I recognize that Richard Donner directed it. I'm not going to diss Dick Donner. Okay. Don't diss Dick Donner. Say that 10 times fast.
Dick Donner?
Dick Donner.
Sorry.
Honor.
Dick Donner. Yeah. Dick Donner. Richard Donner. Dick Donner. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing for Return of the Jedi. Like, Robert agrees with me. It's like half of it's a 10 out of 10 film. Absolute 10 out of 10 film. Half of it's a 5 out of 10 film with horrible Harrison Ford acting. What was that?
Like, that's way more acceptable than just like, he was being rather mean to the Goonies.
He's getting fired up. Yeah. Well, he's on his own for that one. That's all I'm saying. I love you, Robert, but you're on your own, son.
I think what was so surprising about it is like, if someone tweets out something along the lines of, I don't think Goonies is that good. I think it's a bit overrated. Whatever. You'd be like, okay, fine, whatever. But what he put out, everyone was like, whoa, what did the Goonies do to you?
No,
I know.
Dude, no, I think it was on Versus last night. Somebody threw me the clip of Robert compared Wicked to Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
If you like Lord of the Rings, you'll like Wicked.
To be like, what's the comparison? To be fair,
do we want to bring up the clip?
You started talking about musicals.
I replied to it.
There are ways to compare any two films, I guess.
Okay, I mean, like,
there's audio and visuals. They're kind of the same in that way. What else we got?
There's acting in it. I would say.
What other flavors have you got?
there's costumes.
I think they put women in both of them. So
there's women in it. Not as well. I mean, Lord of the Rings is better because it's got less women.
Is there a suspicious amount of women?
They're not real though. With how we talked about this.
Well, Peter Jackson was like, when they put an AO in, that he was like, all right, that's enough. Let's stop now. It's ridiculous.
Like, easy now. Well, you know what's funny? Real quick. Remember
all the scenes where women interact with women in Lord of the Rings?
The OneRing.net fucking flipped out back in the day when Arwen was at Helm's Deep, because they shot scenes of her at Helm's Deep and fighting at Helm's Deep, and they flipped out. Said it's canonically not correct. No woman would be fighting, and they didn't say specifically like that.
Like, where's the Arwen at Helm's Deep movie? Let's go.
Yeah. So they flipped out, right? And it actually got cut out eventually, but they leaked the footage and stuff. And I remember back in the day fighting over this in the forums and stuff. And I was against it too. I'm against it canonically. It didn't happen. They were doing a lot of crazy canonical stuff with the fight at Helm's Deep, but ultimately I ended up loving it, of course. But, and these are the same people who just fucking love the Rings of Power now. Love. That's, consistency. It's a thing. I'll just say. Okay, here it is. I got it. By the way, Robert, I love you unconditionally. Love Robert Meyer Burnett. Okay.
Yeah. Love Robert.
Without a doubt.
Show me on the doll where the Goonies hurt you.
We should talk about that. Next time we have him on, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. Hang on. Let me get the volume up.
Oh, it's a clip. Cool.
It's a clip. Let's do this.
Wizard of Oz is an actual musical too.
No, the pushback against musicals has always baffled me. One of my favorite top 10 movies of all time is All That Jazz. Now, I wouldn't consider All That Jazz a musical, but it's a Romano Clef about Bob Fosse, who was a choreographer and a film director, and I also think it's a fantasy film. But this movie, I think anybody who loves big studio productions would love this movie. Why not? I mean, if you love Lord of the Rings, you would like Wicked.
I think that Cats left a
Wizard of Oz.
So listen, the context of that is Robert's a film fan. He likes
so
all
he's
of it.
saying like if you appreciate Lord of the Rings for its filmmaking spectacular, like
for the spectacle that it is. Yes,
there are elements to Wicked that.
So if you like Lawrence of Arabia, you'd like Wicked. Kind of the same.
Yeah.
thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there are many films. Like Blade Runner, for example. I wouldn't say like if you like Lord of the Rings, you'll like Blade Runner because they're both marvels in filmmaking. I would probably warn some people who love Lord of the Rings who are going into Blade Runner and be like, "Oh, you understand this is a very different experience." Like, because the most common thing you hear from people who don't like it is boring, and it's like 2001. That's another good example.
Yeah,
just because amazing
they are all examples of filmmaking pushed to its extremes and incredible artwork. I wouldn't say even for those who love that aspect, love appreciating how a film comes together, that they will necessarily enjoy a thing. I mean, have you guys got examples of films? I mean, maybe Wicked is one of them where you're like, oh, I can respect how it was made, but I don't care for it like at all.
That's one of them. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely, that's how I feel about it. Like, as far as craft is concerned, as far as storytelling and acting, and the effects were pretty good. Some of them weren't, but I understand why people like it. It's just, I don't like it. Robert he works in the industry. He's a fan of all films. I am not.
Except Goonies.
Except Goonies, apparently. That's a good point. Except Goonies and half a Return of the Jedi. But I'm not.
No, I could get on that boat with him about Return of the Jedi.
But I generally don't like musicals. They're just not for me. I've seen plenty of them. And with rare exceptions that are more like novelties, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, or Little Shop of Horrors, nah, I'm not that into them. They're not.
I feel like is that not the common take? Most people, everyone I've ever spoken to tends to say, not a huge fan of musicals. I rarely ever see someone that says, I fucking love musicals.
Dude, they used to be the biggest thing in Hollywood for many years. Westerns and musicals.
Stars, Ginger Rogers,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
kind of stuff. James Cagney.
I guess what I'm saying is that I believe plenty of people will tolerate and enjoy plenty of musicals, but that typically people tend to say, not something I hunt for, not my genre.
Especially like in our sphere, right? And I think that's pretty normal. Another thing we don't talk about a lot, you guys might think differently than me, is I'm not a fan of dramas for the most part. It's got to be really fucking good, like Father.
You mean thriller or
like a contemporary sort of just
like a bunch of people sitting around, a family talking at tables, and a married couple's having trouble with the husband's infidelity, bullshit like that.
I mean, Parenthood is phenomenal movie.
Yeah,
depends, right? Like, what would you say is what's the most recent drama you watched and you were like, ugh, it's just there?
Oh, I don't. Actually, it was you reviewing one that made me watch one that I liked. So,
The Father?
The Father, yeah.
Yeah, see, that counts. I mean, yeah.
But the thing is, like, they're usually like really depressing. It's like, if I need like grounded reality and I just remember something from my life. Something that's really sad. I like escapism. I like spectacle. I'm a nerd. I like genre. That's what I'm totally a drug deal gone bad. Like, okay, Breaking Bad, is that a drama or is that an absolute fantasy? It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy, but it's fun to watch, So
I get what you're saying. I mean, we've talked about this before. I love like having the story already and then throwing a twist in there of any kind that relates to storytelling. So it's like, yeah, the mother and father have got issues and the kid is blah, 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 also zombies. And I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
Now, Safety
but-
Not Guaranteed is a drama, but it's got time traveling in it. So I like that movie.
The thing for me is just
Shaun of the Dead's great drama.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing.
So
You've got really great characters in there, and then the zombie stuff.
Well,
It's almost like the zombie stuff keeps me entertained, but then in retrospect, I'm talking about the characters.
No, you want the character work. So you want the drama within the genre, but if it's just flat out, this is about a family in a suburban home and their slice of life shit, I'm just not attracted. I'm just like, I know a lot of people like it. They might feel differently, but I'm just like, eh.
what was the one that everyone pretended was good but was shit? Where the kids growing up and they filmed
Boyhood?
it over Boyhood, yeah.
It was filmed over
Everyone
12 years, dude.
Yeah, he's filmed yeah, but he's grown over 12 years. Oh, you mean like a sequel would if they recorded the sequel years later and got the same yeah, it's like and everyone just pretending they just fell off. Nobody ever talks about Boyhood. It's had no impact, nothing. It was called Andor.
Oh, stop. You didn't finish it.
Well, to
No,
be fair,
that was chat. That was a hot take from
I was just
chat
gonna
there.
say, who was pretending it was good when it came out? I didn't even watch it when it came out.
What,
It took
Andor?
ages everyone took
Oh, yeah.
ages to. It was mostly reviewed badly when it came out. It wasn't like people were pretending to
It
like
was.
it. When it
Yeah,
came
at
out.
first, definitely like, well, my take was it's boring as fuck. So
I think that was a broad take. It was I remember the streams. It was like I was invested in trying to say like, oh, it seems like they're doing something. It looks like but those first 3 episodes didn't play well with a lot of people. But hey, we'll see what season 2 does, huh?
yeah, well, we'll see. That's coming out soon.
So
Skeleton
many
Crew.
season 2s.
Skeleton Crew's coming out a day earlier, guys. On the 2nd. Are
Whatever,
you excited about
whatever.
that? You know what's funny? I want to bring this up because the that sphere that tried to cancel us, the big Star Wars fans, the really inclusive and loving fandom that tried to take our channels out, tried to get out ahead of the story. We've talked about it before. Like they're gonna come after the kids, protect the children, protect the children. I want to see how these motherfuckers act when the kids get cast for the Harry Potter show. I'm very curious to see how they treat them.
Wait, are
I
these
am
the same people
very
that said
curious.
they will go after anybody who goes to audition?
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
J.K. Rowling's sin is that she believes women are women and
Yep.
should exist in their own spaces.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because they're fucking vermin. That's why. They're just vermin.
There
And,
are some actors and actresses and stuff, certainly younger, that get some crazy levels of heat for when it comes to certain political topics. I guess the reason why I put it that way is that there are probably going to be times where it's reasonable to specifically send someone a message that you're like, I think that you're destroying the world with your perspective or something like that. But the one that comes to mind, I don't know if you've seen it, Gary, is like, I think his name is Noah Schnapp, right? Or Schnapp from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yes.
He's,
They went after him hard.
Very hard, to the point where Millie Bobby Brown was spotted with him at some party once, and they were like, well, she could fucking die in a fire too. It's just like the fact that she's even spoken to him. I was like, whoa. Like there's a lot of aggression out there, and I don't think they care how old you are, depending on the
No, they
subject.
don't. No, they don't.
so
You're right, I
lovely,
think the
lovely
Harry
people.
Potter people will have to be prepared. The thing is, it's funny the topic of like protect the kid. Whatever. I just feel like just don't let them be on social media until they're older. This place is a hellscape. And the thing is, we weren't taught, officially to be prepared for this. It's they like probably should be some level of education now to prep you for like, be careful playing around online. You can get hundreds of thousands of people if you say the wrong thing telling you to kill yourself. So, and I guess, would you say that's on the companies to like prepare their actors for that?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, especially when they're playing identity politics game
Yeah.
and they know they're doing it.
But I fear they would be prepping them for the wrong thing. I
What-
fear
what-
The
they
Disney
would,
version.
yeah, I fear they would be prepping them to say a certain thing and speak a certain way
Like
in
Rachel
regards
Zegler.
to yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then if the backlash comes, dude, I've been watching a couple of videos recently where some people have gone to different places in Europe, let's just say lesser known countries in Europe, places in the East, and they've asked them how many genders there are, and they don't understand the question. I mean, they legitimately don't understand the
They're like,
question.
What?
Yeah, they're like, they think they're trying to say, what do you think is the mix of male to females in your country? So they're just like, oh, well, it's about 50-50 male to female. And yeah, but how many genders are there? Well, there's man and woman.
Answered.
You know, and they don't understand what you're trying to get at. They don't, because it's not infected these places. They have no clue of this fucking ideology that's going on. That's just rampant in places like in Hollywood and California and fucking West Coast. And
there's that, right? And I think I'm forgetting his name. The guy from Stranger Things had a view on the conflict, right? What did they get mad at him for? The conflict overseas, we'll say. Wasn't that it? MauLer?
Who now? Sorry.
That guy from Stranger Things. He got in trouble for his views on the conflict overseas, which is a thing that's boiling behind the scenes in Hollywood, by the way.
Well, I saw a thing. So there was a bunch of posts, celebrating. There's like a behind the scenes thing for Arcane, and what's her name that plays Kate Bishop again? Haley something.
I always want to say Steinfeld, but it's Steinfeld or. Yeah,
well, there was a post just being like, she's amazing, what a great voice actor. And then there was a quote tweet that had like fucking 100,000 likes that was like, you do understand she's and then everything to do with that conflict.
He's Israeli.
It's such a like, holy shit. Well, yep, there you go. You're out. Like, you're not allowed to.
Jesus, it's insane, and they have to deal with it, and that's the wolf Hollywood letting the door. They're gonna have to deal with that shit. All on their own.
But I mean, what's going to happen on social media apart from fuck all though? Because we've got political pundits who are meant to apparently be the reasonable voice of the left or whatever, saying that all the conservatives should be massacred, should be genocided.
Yeah. So I mean, the tolerance for that is dying though, so that's good. And we even have a lot more people now, because it's safe within Hollywood, saying like that's going too far. When Sebastian Stan wanted to talk about the Trump movie on that Variety thing, and publicists said, no, we won't talk to you about it. Like, a lot of people who were not going to throw on their MAGA hats anytime soon said that was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit. He should be able to do that. So we see more of that, and the desire for it dies. Hang on. So that's changing, which is good. But ultimately, I mean, they made their own bed on this one. So we'll see. We will see.
I mean, Hollywood do understand who runs most of the fucking studios, right?
I think people understand who signed the paychecks there. Yes.
So there's some. I think we can all be in agreement that there is some very dumb actors in Hollywood.
That South Park episode. Oh my God. The one with Stan, and they wanted Stan to run fucking Hollywood because they said the Jews are running Hollywood. And then Stan comes out at the end and he goes, the Jews run Hollywood. Yeah. At the end. That's so fucking funny. Oh my God. It was Kyle. Sorry. Did I say Stan? It's Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle, my bad. It's Kyle. Oh God, that was such a good episode. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a problem that they're gonna have to deal with. But yeah, those Harry Potter kids who are gonna be 9 to 11 years old when they get cast, they're gonna get brutalized, and it ain't gonna be from us. It ain't gonna be from us,
man. I don't give.
No, it isn't.
Protect the children from the evil, and it's just like whoever's going after them is not gonna care about any moral standard of not going after they're already going after children. These are not people that are going to listen to you.
No. And this is something like, if you're a parent and you want your kid to be an actor in Hollywood, you have to prepare them. It's not even on the companies. It's on you as a parent to protect them. For one, if you love your children, don't let them work in Hollywood, period. Ugh. Just don't. But it's up to you. Like when we have a brand new guest on FNT, this as sometimes we'll like reach out for it and go, okay, you know what you're getting into?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There's some people that think we're very poopy pants.
we're very
Well,
poopy.
I don't know if you guys have had it. I assume you probably have, but sometimes we'll have a guest who will have a really good time, and then a week later they'll be like, "People are telling me you guys are monsters." I'm just like,
yeah.
well, make of it what you will. It's just like we're just trying to have some fun. It's not.
We're just trying to have a little fun. So that's why fandom used to be a really fun place. There's a great documentary out there called Attack of the Doc.
Oh,
Kind of shows you how fun it used to be.
yes.
Go check it out. I think you see it for free on YouTube.
Yeah, but if you got a couple of shekels, go to Film Threat's website and purchase a Blu-ray if they've got any in.
If he's got any more, I think he's got some. I'm not sure. I don't want to speak for Frank. Sorry, I don't want to speak for Frank. Who saw Moana 2 last night
Is that
with his
out?
date
It's
Alan
out?
Ng. No, they get to see movies for free, and they said it wasn't good.
What? What? They saw what?
Moana 2. I haven't seen Moana. Okay, so I
I
don't
was going to say
fucking
I
know.
haven't seen Moana.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is Moana?
It's a Disney movie.
He's a movie.
The
That's
Rock
why.
is in
That's
it.
why I don't care. Then okay.
Wait, and they're filming the live action Moana right now too.
Right now, yes, they are with the
Oh,
Rock
damn.
in a suit.
God, I didn't
Oh.
consent
Well, that
to be a
picture
part
of him
of
is ooh.
Is that the
era
Rock?
where we do live action of animated films. I don't want to do it. Go away. They've done so many already, and they're still going, and they're gonna bleed into the fucking
Well,
3D animated shit now.
we hit on this on FNT, but I'd love to hear your take on it because this is the problem we have. So let's just say hypothetically, the message is dead. Now we all know the message within Hollywood isn't dead, but the desire for the message is dead, right? With the audience. The problem they have, so say just hypothetically it dies tomorrow for Hollywood to make it. The problem they still have to deal with is their massive creative bankruptcy problem. Like
Literally about to say those words as well. Yeah.
like how the hell do they get out from under that? Because that is bad.
That is an iceberg Leviathan kind of problem of like, holy shit, where do we even begin? Because the notion of, hey guys, it's the thing you remember, but done in a different format. Hopefully this allows parents to consider, oh, I like that when I was younger, and it reformats it for a new generation. Money. We've been through so many eras of an attempt. Like, you know, it's not like sequels were a new concept in the last 10 years or something. It's been going forever. It's the solutions to all of this. I mean, I like to think about it from the early MCU to late is the almost description of how we got there. It's like, how did they hire directors early MCU? Well, they went with people who they thought would match the material they're working with, knew a lot, had experience. You know, they're not the kind of people you check the IMDb and it says they directed one episode of a television show 10 years ago. So I guess I'm saying we should probably start there. Tried and tested artists who have some idea of what they're doing, and then let them try to create things. That's got to be probably from the ground up where we try to start fixing everything. But like, you know, the idea of, oh, I can't wait to do a live action fucking How to Train Your Dragon. It's like, oh. And, and you know, you're like, oh, so who should we hire for that? And it's like, I don't even think I don't.
Well, they've had the guy that did the cartoons.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he said that he wanted to be a part of it to try and make it as good as possible, because this is obviously a project that plenty of the fans of the original are going to be like, why the fuck are you making this? Do you remember the shot-for-shot remake of Psycho?
Yes.
Good.
Unfortunately.
God.
Vince Vaughn.
That's probably one of the best sort of warnings against that kind of creative bankruptcy. It's just like, nobody remembers that shit. It's remarkable if you do.
But if we're locked in genre, we're also locked in remake and reboot and live action or animation of live action, because the live action, there's nothing. There's no ideas.
That's the other.
Well, there's no
huge problem.
willingness. It's the willingness. It's risk avertisement, right? So we need to do something with a built-in audience because we're putting so much money into this thing. It needs to have
Don't
a
put
built-in
so much
audience.
money into it.
I agree. And the thing is, you put so much money into it, and then you alienate that core audience that you paid for. Like immediately, it's like, when does
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Because they don't know what they're doing.
You know how they've burned several examples of more than $200 million per several Marvel movies? Like, why can't we have like a radical producer that's in enough control that says we're going to split the 200 million that we would have burned on whatever movie, 20 billion and whatever, and instead split the budget up into 10 million chunks, pass it out to a whole bunch of director-writer teams that are willing and ready to make something smaller for that amount. And if it's shit, we'll can it, and if it's good, we'll run it as a risk.
Yep.
I don't see what, like, considering you're willing to make something like the Marvels and it just crashes and burns, like, can we crash and burn some money on some crazy things?
Well, we know that they greenlit the Marvels because they thought that Captain Marvel made its money legitimately.
Yes. Yes. They looked at the bottom line and that's it.
That's
there
it.
to tell
It's-
them.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's-
literally spreadsheets and analyticals, and that's how they operate,
Well,
and they
they
haven't
hire-
got a fucking clue.
You're right. They hire market analysts, but they don't
Analysts.
hire cultural analysts. They don't hire people who can test the temperature of an audience. They do
No,
test
because do you
screenings.
know what a cultural analysis would actually be? Stop doing all this fucking shit.
Yes. Well, the thing is with test screenings, just anecdotally, what I've known from people who go to them, no diss on them. If you want to go there, that's fine. But they're the people who are going to go, I love everything. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. What you need to have is
Dude, those what do they call them? Like the fan groups that are supposed to tell them how to blah, blah, blah. It's just like, who are these people? Are they really people that you should be listening to at all? You just, because I saw someone mention, it's like, well, Ike Perlmutter, he was like that, right? It's like he had plenty of down to earth good ideas that would have directed them properly, but like some of the stuff, didn't he say like there was no chance a female led movie was going to work?
yes, because it was based on toy sales. Yes.
But I still like it would stand by a Black Widow movie. Phase 2 would have been fine.
A Phase 2 rated R Black Widow movie would have done well.
And
That's violent.
Hawkeye
Yeah.
in Budapest.
Done it like John Wick. Do it like
Yes.
John Wick.
Yes.
It would absolutely be a hit. It would cost you 70 million, or back then, 50 to 70 million to make.
Yeah.
And you'd make 300, 400 million at the box office. Massive bomb. Yep.
That should always have been something they launch really quick, is the R-rated side of the MCU, and just make it so the stories they're not required to understand the Avengers, you know?
Dude, they had a test thing called Daredevil. They put out this Daredevil show.
But then, see, it opens up all the doors. You make your Punisher movie. You can make your Ghost Rider R-rated. How fucking cool would that be?
I don't know. Maybe, hey, go with me on this one. This is a bit out of the box because you might find.
I don't know, Az. Don't
this
go
is
crazy.
leaning. This is leaning.
Get back
Right.
in the box.
Get back in the box, right? Az.
Take a hero, R-rate him. Fuck it. Make him black.
What?
Right? Yeah.
That's
Wait,
no.
No. Go with me. Go with me on this one, right?
I don't know.
He's black. The movies are rated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he's hunting vampires.
Okay.
Never work. This will never work.
And
Never been done before.
It's Blade, and fuck, let's say it happened 30 years ago, nearly.
That would never work.
No?
Ridiculous. You're wasting.
No.
You just wasted our time saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You literally wasted your breath, wasted my time that I'm never going to get back.
That's the kind
Okay.
of thing where even
Fair
if they
enough.
had an idea, it would take them like 10 years to properly even come up with something, because that's just such a complicated concept.
It's
What did you say?
really-
He hunts vampires. I don't
He
even.
hunts and kills
that's-
the
Well,
vampires.
That is
he's a
insane.
vampire
How do you
himself.
do that? As
Well, he's a
explain to me
vampire.
how you kill vampires.
He is a vampire himself.
A vampire who
but-
kills vampires? That's
Yeah, and
insane. That doesn't
but
make any sense.
He's got an advantage because
Stop
he can
being
walk.
racist,
He can
Az.
walk in the daylight, which they can't do as well.
I can't follow that. You've made it so confusing.
So he's got the strength of a vampire.
What's
He
his
knows-
identity?
Does he sparkle in the light?
Well, he tries to fuck 16-year-old girls. No, that's the other vampire movie I was
Okay,
working
now you're
on.
starting to sell it to Disney. That's
Oh my
that's-
god! Holy kind of shit!
He's about 96 or something, and he's trying to fuck a 16-year-old.
All right, that might get greenlit at Disney. Okay, now you're going somewhere.
And he says motherfucker a fair time.
But is he actually one? because that might get it greenlit at Disney too.
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
That is too high concept. A vampire daywalker hunting vampires. That's a code that will never be cracked. It's an enigma wrapped around a mystery.
Could we make it a girl instead? Then maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Why one? Let's make it 4.
Yeah. Let's
and
make
they
it.
have to be lesbians.
Yes.
with each other.
vampires. Okay, I'm listening.
You can have your original Blade, but he dies in the first 5 minutes, sacrificing himself for the 4 lesbians.
Oh my god! It has to be.
And then you find out later that he was
Sacrificing
the bad
himself.
guy all
No, we
along.
make him an
Amanda?
alcoholic deadbeat dad. We
Yes,
gotta do
okay.
that.
Ooh,
Oh,
good. I like that.
And
Keep
he's
going.
supposed to teach them, but like they're just amazing already.
Yeah, they're already amazing.
He'll have a conventional job that he's terrible at, and he'll also fight a vampire in the opening 5 minutes and lose miserably. Like he won't
Oh!
be
Yeah, he'll
close.
get saved by
Right.
one of the lesbian vampires.
Let's say his daughter teaches herself at the age of 6.
Ooh, I like this.
Okay, now we're talking.
And then one of the other ones could see him actually when he used to fight, and she would learn, but be better.
Be better. Okay.
Oh
Just
my
be
God.
better.
God, I was worried about you, Az, but now you've come back around. You've redeemed yourself. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Sounds like it's out already.
It is.
And then
for those of you who-
she'll kick him in the balls.
For those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
because you didn't watch Shang-Chi, that's how
Nobody
his
did.
sister became better than him and kicked him in the
Mm.
balls. Is she
What?
watched him train and became better than him.
Just
I'm not
better.
kidding. The sheer amount of references we just went through. Like I feel like Batwoman was in there a few times as well.
It was.
Oh my god, I like this this last super chat here. Wait, one second. I'm gonna try to pull it up. Dude, he gets off with a golf club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pierre.
Spoilers.
I'm
we
not
did it.
about to let him take credit for a woman's work. You stood in his fucking Batcave, in his fucking suit, with all his fucking gadgets and his fucking transportation. You fucking bitch!
Oh my god.
He's gonna make $1 billion in debt.
Hey,
It's gonna be great.
by the way, you know that line. That line got cut out of Batwoman. I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work. They cut it out of Batwoman. That actually got cut out in the first episode. They found a way to put it into Gotham Knights.
I was gonna say they still kept the it'll be perfect when it fits a woman line. Holy
Oh, they
shit.
kept that. They kept, but they managed it. They saved the line. They thought, fuck yeah. I mean, this bitch has stood in Wayne Enterprises fucking Batcave with all of his shit. So they managed to squeeze it into a scene in Gotham Knights.
I forgot about Gotham Knights. Holy crap. That was a
Everyone
thing.
did.
It happened.
I watched the whole thing.
Oof, I didn't. I dipped after 3.
Good Lord.
The Court of Owls were in it as it was.
Oh,
great.
don't, no. Just no. It's like, do you know that Hush was in Batwoman? No, he was not. No, he was not.
No. Let me find it. Is it in here? Disney. Okay, real quick. Disney got sued. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not
You know,
by
by
okay.
the way,
What?
since we're getting relatively close to them coming out, I can't actually confirm exactly when, even though I did when we did them. But I was recently just proofing the Austin Powers 1, 2, 3 that we recorded. They're like on the verge of being released. It's so funny because we recorded them like 2 years ago.
2022, I think we recorded them.
Was it 2022?
I think
Most
so.
of it,
At least
Yeah.
a
most
year and
of
a
it,
half.
Yeah,
is-
I had just moved to San Antonio. So yeah.
It's just so funny because back then when we mentioned it happening, people were like, "I want to see it." It's like, well, you finally will be able to, maybe.
In
Soon enough.
2025. We said that as a joke, and well, it
No,
might be-
I was always
No,
serious. It
he
gonna
was
be
being legit.
2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you edited out the bit where I say, "Oh yeah, Burt Bacharach's still alive because he's died since"?
Unfortunately, well, it's just in there because it's just like, yeah. There's a really good part where I think we reference Trump and Biden. We say, "Who the fuck knows what happened as a result of all that?"
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
good. So look for
years
that.
ago.
Those. Oh my god, that was fun. We got to do Top Secret now, and it's in 4K.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on
4K,
you guys
baby.
for is we got some recording sessions.
The
to do.
Zaz collection, I shared it with that. The Zaz collection is out, so you can get Naked Gun, Top Gun, and Airplane in 4K.
Airplane. Yeah.
We did Dodgeball. I want to do Tropic Thunder as well.
Tropic Thunder would be
Yes.
epic.
Let's do it this weekend.
Dude, the Austin Powers ones are legit like clip and then us losing our minds laughing and then clip
Uh-huh.
and then us losing our minds laughing. It's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I can remember doing them because it was a fond memory.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to see them because
Yeah.
we were
We
pissing
just
our
laughed.
pants laughing.
Yeah, that's all we-
the whole
that's
time.
I can remember is just laughing and laughing and then literally saying, right, take 10, and then come back for the next
Then-
one.
Yeah. Go do more. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Before I get to Disney guys, we'll get to it in just a second. I haven't asked you, MauLer. As you didn't see Gladiator 2, right? Okay, that answers the question. What did you think of Gladiator 2, MauLer?
Here's what I thought of Gladiator 2. I was like, I don't think it's out yet. And then Drinker said hours before we started up Open Bar, he's like, "You've seen it, right?" And I was like, "Is it out? I didn't even know." And then he was like, "Yeah, we've had it for like several days." And I was like, "Oh shit, well, I'm sorry." And then we do the stream, and all of them there who have seen it say that it's a miserable piece of shit and that you shouldn't watch it. And then, like, think a week later, Drinker was like, "You see it yet?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. After you told me it was a miserable piece of shit."
Oh, okay. There you go. That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't really want to see
I
it.
did my review. You guys can watch that. It's 5 out of 10, and I think I'm being kind of nice. Ridley said there's a 4-hour cut out there somewhere.
I know.
Isn't it 12
I
hours?
watched I watched Shad's review, and I thought Shad's review was excellent in the way that he broke sort of motivations down, or lack thereof of motivations.
There's no
and
motivation.
he did a lot of juxtaposing of the same themes from the first film, but just somehow told exponentially worse in the second film.
That's all they did is they repeated the
Yeah.
beats of the first film worse and inverted a couple of characters and it's basically Gladiator with a happy ending.
Well,
Ish.
when his wife dies, it's not a spoiler.
in
Which,
the- it's in the
which
trailer.
which
You ruined
hilariously is the woman that we were taking the piss out of in the fucking trailer.
Oh, did you hear the woman who played Scarlet Scarab in Egyptian superhero in Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Her character was completely cut out.
Of Gladiator.
Yeah. They've been
Gladiator
saying,
too.
She's
Yeah.
been saying like she loved her time with all the scenes, loved working with Denzel Washington, and there's stuff with her and Pedro Pascal. She's just been completely scrubbed from the whole movie, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh,
Well,
the
4-hour version, baby.
Pedro Pascal is so fucking nothing in it. Like going through the motions. This guy gets cast into way too much. So freaking overrated.
There is a good thing to come from it, because during the interviews with Denzel, he said that they're working on the Equalizer 4 and 5.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Like, bring it.
So that's what I've taken from this.
I love that last one.
Yeah.
I did.
Sorry, I saw it 3 times at the cinema, dude.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I've seen it a couple times at home already.
I've
I
got
watched
it on 4K.
I watched
yeah.
Equalizer 1 and 3. I completely skipped 2.
I
Yes.
wouldn't like. Well, I can't remember if it was Real BBC we last discussing this, or it could have been Open Bar. But the idea of crossing over the action films that are in there, like I know this sounds silly at first, but like Freddy versus Jason, but John Wick versus Equalizer. Just
Fuck, take
and
my money.
It's the kind of movie where second act they have
Oh,
their
what's the
fight.
Chris Hemsworth
neither of
one
them lose.
we mixed in?
Terminal expendable
Extraction.
velocity.
Yeah, Extraction versus Equalizer.
No,
Oh,
okay,
no,
right.
Terminalist, Extraction versus John Wick.
Deadpool and Wolverine. You put them all in together.
That would be so rad.
John Wick versus Deadpool.
I
That's what I
would be
want to
curious
Extraction.
Act 1, you set them both up, give a reason for them to fight. Act 2, you get your big fight. Act 3, they have to work together to take down a bigger bad guy. You know, like that
so
sort of.
Which bad
structure.
guy do you pick? A bad guy from the movies, or you just think of a new bad guy?
I mean, if it were me, I'd probably want to go a little get like a Bond type bad guy for them both to have to kill.
You want like a
stuff.
Saddam Hussein or type of, or Joe Biden.
I think I just want some crazy eccentric villain who has a bunch of lieutenants.
Okay, Joe Biden. Joe Biden it is then. Got it.
There you go.
Yeah, like a kingpin, but not kingpin because he's been fucked enough.
Yeah, sure, and just keep the budget reasonable. Have just a handful of really good set pieces, and I feel like these actors would be on board with it. To try and help make it happen. But hey, we're not in that world. We don't do that.
No.
But you see, right? Do you know what is annoying about what you just said, MauLer, or frustrating, I should really say, is that none of us here would have any issue whatsoever if we were living in a normal timeline where there was also a franchise with a kick-ass fucking woman doing the same shit and saying, get her in as well.
Yeah.
Like if it was let's take it back. If it's the 80s and we're talking about Arnie and Dolph and Sly, and then we'll go, get Cynthia Rockwell in there, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, get her, that's what we'd be saying.
Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't let her talk.
Don't let her talk. She's mute.
Yeah.
She's mute.
Yeah, she's got like a scar across the throat because she's had a throat slit and it cut her vocal cords.
She'd be the most popular woman character of all time.
And she makes sandwiches. It'd be great.
And she makes sandwiches for all the boys.
Yeah. They're all ready to go and they're all like loading the guns up. And then she comes in, puts down a bag and fucking opens
all
up.
she's wearing is an apron. All she's wearing is an apron. That's the only thing she's got. Yes.
And they're just like taking like Subway sandwiches, like putting them in fucking slots in the
It's like my gun.
Your montage scene for making sandwiches in an apron. Fuck yeah. Sign me up.
Oh man. Happy days.
Speaking of women and women's voices.
Oh, you get what you fucking deserve.
Oh no. Disney to pay out 43. Oh, get out of there. Fuck off. Disney to pay out 43 million in pay equity class action deal will bring outside consultants on board to check practices. What's this over? Disney, the company that created the MCU, The Force is Female. Apparently, there's some pay inequity going on with the women who work there.
Oopsies.
We now know how much Disney is writing a check for at the end of the pay equity class action lawsuit that has loomed over the company for the past 5 years, set to address up to 14,000 eligible class members of female Disney employees, past and present, from 2015 to today. The Bob Iger run Fun Palace, Commie Palace.
Wait. Fucking pedo palace.
Yeah. Checks out. We'll be paying $43.25 million, according to papers set to be filed later tonight at Los Angeles Superior Court docket. Far less than the $300 million it was estimated. The case could balloon to once if was certified as a class action lawsuit in December. The official compensation comes as a couple of weeks after news broke of it. Are you done?
What are you doing, yes?
No, it's hard enough for me. It's hard enough for me to fucking read. Do you have to throw in distractions? What are you doing?
I'm gonna solo him.
It's the slabs.
Okay.
He got bored about Disney, so he stopped.
Yeah.
I don't blame it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want Disney to burn fucking
I know.
fire, so This is just woke on woke violence crime.
Okay, as I mentioned this to you yesterday, look at how far the Access media have fallen. They have resorted to badly scanned junk mail ads from Pick and Save. What the fuck?
What the hell?
What the hell? Oh no, poor Access media.
Oh my
you can
God.
get your turkey for 49 cents a pound. I can't read any of this shit. Signature black anus rib roast. Oh, black Angus. Sorry.
Oh,
signature black
I was
Angus
just about to
rib
buy
roast
some.
for $7.99. Porn wonderful pomegranates. Oh, it's palm wonderful. It's not porn. Sorry, I can't read.
Oh,
it.
that was going to be so cheap.
Mix and match. You can get some Oscar Mayer bacon. You
Oh,
can get some people's fingers and whatever
Wait,
the hell
what?
that is.
Which
those look
hole?
like finger? Are those crab legs? I don't know.
are we back on Brie Larson again?
Yeah. Oh, and so the Bob Iger run Fun Palace will be paying $43.25 million according to paper set to be filed. Blah blah blah. In an unrelated note, Bob Iger sells $42.7 million in Disney stock. On plan. Those amounts are very close to each other. Just saying.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Just say Jeremy made a good joke earlier, which was a miracle. He said if the dudes failed the suit, they would have got the $300 million.
Hey, did you yeah. Did you see Jeremy and Jeremy fighting yesterday?
I agree with Jeremy.
I thought that
I thought Jeremy made some good points.
Jeremy said there was some good points there, yeah.
Guys,
Jeremy,
I can't tell who you're talking about. They're
Jeremy-
both called Jeremy.
Jeremy wasn't wrong. Jeremy wasn't wrong.
We're talking about the homosexual man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had to say it. Otherwise,
That's
I
still
wouldn't
not
know.
nailing it. That's still not nailing it down.
Was it a movie fight or something? Or was it something else?
It was a fight.
It's a rumble. It's a rumble fight.
Rumble. Dr. Disrespect went to Rumble.
Oh, he's not just gone to Rumble. He's
like an advisor. or
Yeah, no,
something.
he's like an investor in Rumble now. Or
yeah, and Jeremy made the point of why don't you focus on fixing your UI over hiring. You know, it's good to bring some gaming people out and to make, to move away from the just political thing. I think that's smart. I understand that a new platform needs to take time to build their UI, and it has improved. They still need to make some improvements. Well, they need to still make some improvements, including searchability. Ad placement is the biggest complaint I'm hearing right now on the VOD. That's the one I'm hearing constantly, and there's nothing I can do about it, but it's an issue that they need to look at. Because
same with YouTube in all fairness.
But we can control that. Like if somebody pops in on my email and goes, dude, there's like a shitload of ads on your live stream VOD, I will go in and wipe them out.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not all of them, but like sometimes it's ridiculous, and it's actually based on the person. So on YouTube, they flood it with ad inserts, but you're not going to see everyone because it's based on your curated, like whatever you look at. Yeah. So you should only get like over a 4-hour live stream, theoretically, like 6, right? If you're getting more than that, let me know, and I'll, whatever. But like, you can't control that, as far as I know, on Rumble. Could be wrong, but that's an issue. But Jeremy's got a point. It's like work on your UI, work on your searchability, and they're probably doing that too. And Dr. Disrespect, you know him better than I. You used to watch him. I didn't watch him. I'm obviously a better gamer than he is, right, guys? I mean, you guys agree with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the best gamer that's ever lived.
Jesus,
so.
Come on, people. Let's not get crazy.
Jesus ain't got shit on you gaming.
Wow. Okay.
Although he always gets an extra life.
All right. So, and the controversy around Dr. Disrespect, which I know some of, but not all of, which don't look good, baby. It just don't, That being said, that's what they were arguing about. But I love Jeremy. Griggs. I love Jeremy. I love Jeremy's. People are going to fight in the internet. That's the way it goes. But I doubt they they don't hate each other. So
I tuned into Geeks and Gamers Daily like 2 days ago, and it was Jeremy and Ryan. And I, within 30 seconds of watching, was doubled up laughing my ass off because I think in the 30 seconds that I had tuned in at that time, all I'd heard was the word fucking woke, retard, and freak.
Ryan? Uh-huh.
And no, both. They were both. These fucking retarded, woke, fucking retarded freaks. I was dying laughing, just dying. I was like, oh, the world's a great. I love the fucking world.
So I saw the fight going down. I text Az and I'm like, I really want to put in I agree with Jeremy, but
yeah, and I was just like, I was gonna put. I mean, what Jeremy's saying nothing wrong here.
No, I completely agree with him. But yeah, that's what went down. I guess I don't know what's going on now. But yeah, that's Rumble. We'll see. Yeah, so he's an advisor, and obviously missed opportunity. I was right there. I could have been their gaming advisor, right? A little
Gaming
cheaper.
Czar.
Gaming czar. Yes. So Disney's getting sued, and I'm not sad. And they're also getting sued by Gina Carano.
Oh yeah, boy.
And that lawsuit's going through, and it's going to go to discovery. And this is just purely my speculation. Having been in a lot of courtrooms, but not actually been a lawyer. So my guess is
wait a minute. Never mind. Carry on.
I've been in a lot of courtrooms, but I'm not a lawyer. Just leave it there. Okay. Az, just leave it there.
He can't pick up the slabs again, Az.
These aren't the slabs, but here's some more.
I'm guessing that Disney doesn't want to go to discovery. I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying that, right?
Oh, there's going to be a lot coming out if they do.
Look at Hillary Clinton, those fucking emails, dude.
Well, I mean, what they're looking for is consistency. And the biggest one is Pedro Pascal tweeting right around the same time, like within a year, right? And getting every role.
No,
but then
pretty much exactly at the same time.
How does it work with Discovery? Because you're allowed to delete your emails in general, but what if they do mass delete them before Discovery happens? How does that work legally?
That's a good question.
Well, it depends if they scrub them, because if they delete them, they can be recovered. But if
they can be recovered.
Depends on IT.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like, you have plausible deniability to basically be like, yeah, of course, I delete my emails permanently.
How does that, like, we'd have to ask some business person, which I am obviously not. But how does that work with a publicly traded company? Is there a certain requirements that you have to keep certain records for a certain amount of time? You definitely have to do it for taxes. So what about internal records? Maybe that's private. I mean, I don't fucking know. But that's a good question, MauLer. But there's also there's also the evidence that's just online, like the latest example with that cinematographer for Lucasfilm coming out talking shit about Trump supporters, Rachel Zegler and her entire fucking act. I mean, they just keep piling on.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing like Disney's already in the phase of like, how much, just tell me how much we got to write the check for to Gina. That would be my guess. And my other guess,
it's Elon that's funding it though. And if
my other guess is, for one, even if Elon wasn't funding it, which he is, and I do believe it's his lawyers, right? So we're talking like what, Tesla lawyers? Well, Tesla is a bigger company than Disney and has to deal with a lot more shit than Disney. Disney deals with IP stuff and maybe some international stuff with their boats, with their ships. But like, we're talking about a car company, a fucking car company, and liability and crazy stuff like that. So like, and Gina, and this is public knowledge, her dad pretty well off, right? Owns casinos. She's doing okay. Yep. I don't think this is for money at all. I think I like, would she just say no? I think what I want, here's what I want, because nobody's asking. Here's what I want Gina to do. I want an apology to Gina from Kathleen Kennedy. I don't want it read off a fucn list. I want it memorized. I want it sincere, and I want it memorized, and an apology to the fans.
Fade in.
Exactly. I want an apology to the fans, and I want Bob Iger to be there too.
Dancing in the back.
Dancing. And you want to? I want him in
break dancing in the back.
I want him in later hoses.
No, I want him in a kappa. I want him in a kappa tracksuit.
No, like the kind of suit you would put on a little monkey in the 1900s.
Yes, we riding a unicycle.
Yeah. Riding a unicycle with the in the background. That's what I want. I don't think it's too much.
I want him to be a furry.
Oh, he probably is already.
Yeah, he's probably got some weird. He's probably got some weird shit. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how this turns out, but Gina's in a very good position at this point. And I think it's because they've got good lawyers, and the judge there was not having any of Disney's bullshit, which was nice to see. So good for her. Whatever she gets, I hope she's happy with it. I mean, it's completely up to her, but we know this is I mean, they did like ruin her career.
Yeah.
Like if she can't like get jobs again, like if this was a normal, like you've been ejected from Hollywood, but now you're on the redemption arc, you get a cameo in a big movie, some rebellious director who doesn't give a shit like Quentin Tarantino or something throws you in the movie, which I would highly recommend if a director wants to just be extra popular, do that. Show some.
Tarantino, is he still making movies now, or did he retire? I forget.
He's retired, inverted commas.
Well, he was going to do The Critic, and then he decided not to. So I don't know what his next movie is going to be, but he's doing one more. He's done one more. Somebody with balls, like Christopher Nolan.
I want him to do a movie that has the largest number of N-words in the history of any movie.
Ooh. Well, I thought he broke the record for that with Django, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, but I wanted to go beyond that now.
There's the space movie from 1992. So 1993. Sorry.
Yeah, get it right. Jeez.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Well, 92, 93. I was in prison, so they just kind of.
Oh, you saw it quite a lot then in real life.
Thankfully, no, but it was definitely going on.
Mighty nice in those jeans, Goldilocks.
It was definitely going on, but thankfully, no.
Okay.
All right, want to get the soups?
Sure.
Let's get the soups.
Sure.
Just move on past that one.
Let's just get past the prison sex.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about some stuff I saw on there.
No, I can imagine. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. They're bad.
Don't sell them anyway.
Except all the cool ones.
Yeah.
Do the legal ones, like caffeine.
I thought you were going to go ketamine for a minute.
X-ray girls too innocent for this world sometimes. Like caffeine.
Like ketamine. No, X-ray. That is not illegal.
It's legal in the hospital. I've seen it. It actually is. But anyways, the doctor has to prescribe it. Whatever. But yeah, caffeine is the best.
Caffeine rules.
Yes, sir.
I had a lot of it today.
Oof.
I had a lot of it today. Oh, I'm still recovering from standing out in the cold at a football game, which was fun. Saw the Packers.
Kickers.
Did you actually stand the entire game?
Because I was on field level, so you
God.
pretty much stand the entire game, which is fine.
Oof.
My knees hurt thinking about that.
Yeah. It was fun. It was cold. There was a lot of Wagners around, a lot of in-laws. It was fun. Good times. Noons has gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships for $250. Thank you, Noons. It's Noons somewhere. We're gonna over the weekend. We're gonna watch Clarkson's Farm for a watch party. We're gonna continue watching Clarkson's Farms. Have been a big deal in the UK. Your country wants to completely fuck over the farmers with an inheritance tax. Jeremy Clarkson, right after a heart attack, went out there and represented the farmers. That was fucking awesome. So here's to the farmers of the UK.
Yeah. Oh, we got a petition going for an immediate general election, and it's got over 2 million.
Did Michael Caine sign it?
Dude, if Michael Caine signed it, then he should just be removed from office. Period. Only Michael Caine's signature should have the power to do that.
He has the veto power of the UK.
Yeah, I think
and then he should take over.
I'm for that. I am not against that at all. Michael Caine rules. What is that other window that's up far right for some reason?
He's retired now, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was. He's like 91, 92 now. So,
well, I mean, he's I think he's synonymous with film. He did so many great roles.
Fucking legend.
Because his last film was that one that kind of like after the war one with Glenda Jackson, and then Glenda Jackson had passed away by the time that film didn't even come out.
Oh, but Muppets Christmas Carol, Italian Job.
Oh,
Powers.
What was that?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Yes,
he's fucking hilarious at Goldmember.
Yep.
The Batman trilogy, of course, is Alfred.
God. Yeah.
What's the Harry? What was he called? What was it called? Get Carter. Was it Get Carter? Yeah. Get Carter, and then Alfie, of course, Alfie as well. Oh, his filmography is just
the man.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, man. Dirty Rotten
God,
Scoundrels.
I love that movie.
What a film!
Do you guys watch Harry Brown?
Film. Yeah, Harry Brown.
Yes. What's this name here? X-Ray Girl.
I think it's Fitzier.
Fitzier for $20 says everyone wants Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in a quote. Brody Bruce Mallrats 1995. Kevin Smith. Or he turned into a fraud poser Hollywood clown. I miss fat Kevin Smith.
Yeah, don't we all?
Doc Hollywood for $20. Henry Cavill's cameo as a Wolverine variant and Deadpool and Wolverine seem to be really popular. Any thoughts on Wolverine movie with Cavill? It would make tons of sense. It would be good. He's a little old, but Wolverine is supposed to be a little older, so I'm okay with that. I say go for it. Do it. But like, I would also say cast the X-Men correctly, accurately to how they are in the comics, because they're already diverse. The same argument can be made for Harry Potter, by the way. So you cast a comic accurate X-Men and you have a chance of it succeeding. You don't, and it won't. And I promise you, when Marvel's done, I hope I'm wrong, but when Marvel's done, people will miss the Fox X-Men.
Oh, I think they already do, to be honest.
We thought Black Leather was bad. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, they do. Oh, God, Days of Future Past. That fucking great movie, dude. Love that movie.
Yeah, we started to miss them during their own run.
I know.
Yes.
First Class, Days of Future Past. I love those. Those two movies are bangers, man. Good.
X-Men 2. So
X-Men 2. Love X-Men 2.
X-Men 2 is one of the best superhero films ever made.
X-Men, the first X-Men novelty. It's fun. I like it. It's simple. It's fun. But X-Men 2 is the shit.
Yeah. Imagine if they put blood into it now. If they put blood into it with the attack on the
mansion.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because I recently-ish rewatched it, which was like half a year ago, or whatever. And man, Hugh Jackman makes that scene. The emotion of his performance, you can get so immersed when, even though there's like no blood splatters at all for Wolverine shredding people, but he's so into it, you're just sort of into it as well.
Yeah. The God of Gravy for 1999 says, miss you on Friday. Shadow has a gun. Edgy the Hedgy is confirmed.
Yes.
Excited to see him miss all the shots at Sonic worse than Michael Bay missed the mark. All I'm trying to say is that Pearl Harbor sucked and I missed you.
Yeah, man, Sonic's fast, okay? It's hard to shoot him.
Yeah.
There's a Sonic.
But
movie
yeah,
coming out.
when I saw Shadow with a gun, I was like, holy shit. Okay.
I mean, I think the Sonic fans are gonna be pretty happy with that trilogy.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing that's happening, at least among all of this shit, you know. At
I
least
think
those fans are happy.
the movie's going to do really well. Like they
Probably.
all do.
Jim
relatively
Carrey
well.
I've only seen the first one, and Jim Carrey just ate the scenery in the best possible
Well, now
way in the first
he's
one.
two of them. He's Robotnik and Eggman. So
Oh,
That'll be fun. It's like old Jim Carrey, like when he
Yeah,
just wanted to
old
be a
and
goofy comedian, right?
oh God! Did you see when he was interviewed and he said, "Why'd you act?" Or he said, "Do you know why I act? Because I'm broken, and so
Well,
I act so I can, you know." It was
I
it's
act
tough
to
watch,
feel.
man.
Well, yeah, most comedians incredibly depressed people.
Oh yeah. Lots of self delusion.
artists, right?
Most artists incredibly depressed people. Samuel Ayrton for 1999. We all have had a phase of we've had enough of phase 4B. 4B. Oh, is that she's not 4B in, is she? She would have shaved her head. Yeah, that went over well. It's a great way to identify the women you should never date, never marry, or never even get near. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even talk to them.
Some people are saying it's a signal. I don't know. I think
William Jones for 20. I'm watching from behind, but use Horseman Wolverine to cleanse the universe to lead into Fantastic Four. I don't have faith in it being good, but I can dream. There's aspects of it that are good, but the female Silver Surfer and Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards are almost impossible to overcome. Almost.
Yeah, you should add the Equalizer 2 back into the repertoire, Gary.
Should I?
Yeah, because it's really good to see Denzel kill fucking Pedro Pascal.
Okay. I might reconsider that. Because like, yeah, and when I rewatch, if I ever rewatch Game of Thrones, I am rooting for the Mountain. So
yes. They've managed to turn that on its head.
They certainly did. Hey, fuck, Last of Us season 2. I'll be cheering.
Like last night.
Light that motherfucker up.
I just tweeted out, Homelander is the hero of the Boys TV show.
Oh
he
God,
is.
The Boys. The fucking
the boy. You mean that punk rock show?
That punk rock show, MauLer. That's on Amazon. That's paid for by Amazon.
I saw a post the other day, and I couldn't even tell if it was celebrating the boys or not. It said like the boys' version of satire is take an event that happened and then just say these people were the evil ones with our evil characters. It's like a 5-year-old's version of satire at this point.
It is,
and I couldn't tell. It was like all in caps, and it had loads of likes, and I was like, are the people who like this saying this, or the people who hate it saying this? Like, I don't even know anymore.
That's
you
probably
just can't tell. I know
the genius of the post.
Yeah,
you know. As we don't know. We don't really know. We do know that The Boys is going to come out, and it's another one of those shows that's going to feel like a holdover from what it is. 2016, right? And life comes at you fast, Hollywood. That's why when you throw identity politics or current day politics in something genre, and it takes a long time to make, you certainly are behind the 8 ball if things change, which they have. Good luck with that. And then people go, what about Wicked? Wicked's a movie that's made for women and gay people. That's specifically what it's made for. Women and gay people. And that's
imagine
good.
how many gay women are seeing this. That'd be crazy.
What about
women?
Blue Sky? Blue Sky, yeah.
Same thing.
The leftists, we've got our own platform, Blue Sky.
But
we've got the highest number of pedophiles.
Well, then how come the gay women didn't turn out for the Marvels, huh? Where were the gay women?
Where was anyone?
Where was it? Well, you know who showed up? Dudes. So we have some explaining to do.
YouTubers turned up.
Well, I think it's been long enough that we can start questioning if it even got released. Did the Marvels even happen? Was that a fever dream?
I can't remember. It was, you know what? It was a year ago. Almost. It was a year ago, almost to the day. It was this month that we were covering the Marvels.
I think 25% of men 25% of men turned up just to see Brie Larson in that tight white singlet, you know, so
Well, there was they sang in the Marvels too. There was some singing. Remember?
Oh God, yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah, where she married the gay guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, she was
So-
gonna, and then she
so
said,
the
"I'm
lesson-
not." Yeah.
The lesson we learn is like Barbie and Wicked were made for women, and women will show up to a movie made for women. If you try to make Marvel for women, they will not show up.
So you're
they-
saying when something's made that actually has a legitimate specific audience, people will go to see it from that.
People will go to see it.
legitimate
I know this
audience?
is a radical idea. This is a
You're crazy.
radical idea because for the
No
past 6
wonder
years
they put you in prison.
they've been trying to mush men and women in together so they could be these non-binary gobbledygooks wearing like you can't really fucking tell because that way there's probably some marketing department going, well, if we want to get men and women to a movie, why don't we just combine them instead of having them maybe work together or something? Egalitarian. That'd be kind of crazy. But no, yes, that's the Top Gun Maverick. A lot of dudes. You know what? Women went to that too, but a lot of dudes went to go see that.
Couple of chicks in that as well.
A couple of chicks in that. Yeah, good movie, by the way.
Yeah, really good
Damn
movie.
good movie.
Yeah,
Damn good movie.
kind of wouldn't mind another one based on that. But
Well, hey, we'll finish off Mission Impossible first.
Let's finish off Mission. Take on. Oh shit!
I
We
can
gotta-
see it now. I'm
wait.
gonna like it. MauLer's
X-ray
not gonna
girl.
like it, and Gary's gonna think
Get
it's
the trailer.
okay.
Oh wait, we forgot the fucking.
Oh, she's gone. She's BRB.
I'll get it.
Okay.
Snow White trailer.
Ba-bum, ba-bum,
Thought you got away with it, huh?
I'm hoping it'll be better than Dead Reckoning because they'll have had to
Snow
have had a
White?
conversation or two
Oh.
about. I think we're safe on that front, Gary.
I really liked it.
I know.
I liked it a lot, actually.
I liked Haley Atwell in it. I thought she was good.
Oh, she was great in it. But I mean, there's no denying the best one is Fallout 6.
Where the fuck is it?
Fallout
Oh,
6.
it's not on fucking YouTube.
Wait, what?
It's not on YouTube.
Isn't
It's
it-
on
It's a
it's on
leak, right?
Twitter.
It's not. Yeah.
No, it's on Twitter, but it's not on YouTube.
When did it come out?
It came out a couple of days ago.
Oh.
No, I fucking saw it. It was a Snow White.
Well,
So on Reddit, it looks like the video's unavailable. It's been removed by the uploader.
ooh, it is leaked then, is it?
Wait a minute. It was like, unless it was a full on. I saw one.
Well, so I was about to say I watched the trailer for it on YouTube, so I'm assuming something's happened.
I think they removed it
Ooh.
according to this Reddit post. Well, it's not there, but
There it is.
did you find it?
No, yeah, it's the Snow White account. Oh wait, no, it's Snow White. All right.
I mean,
Is
yeah.
this not official?
now,
Or that-
now I want to see it.
Well,
No,
so
we
okay,
can't watch
wait.
it. It's not official.
I was about to say the first result I've got is not what you. I don't know if you want to play that.
No,
That's, yeah.
Oh.
no, we can't. So it's not out yet. That's weird. That's
Really?
weird.
Okay.
So
Weird,
someone
weird.
leaked it then, maybe?
Well, it's been playing in the theaters, so people got canned copies, but we cannot play those. Like
Oh.
Disney will not fuck with you, but if you do that, they will fuck with you. So never
Can
mind,
you
sorry.
link me one so I can just see it anyway? Can you link me one that I can?
Yeah, I got the good one. This is a cam copy, by the way. It just looks
Okay.
better. It looks better.
I'll just jump out the stream so I can watch it without super chat, and then I'll come back in. So I'll be back in 2
Yeah,
minutes.
MauLer could
okay?
do that too if he wants. Well, he's already
What?
seen it.
I've already
Right?
seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you need
The-
to leave for that? Oh, I guess you couldn't just mute us.
He has to watch us. So it looked terrible. I mean, but like
Mhm.
we're not surprised about that, are we?
No. I guess is there anything you consider notable about having seen the trailer versus before having seen the trailer? I mean, what's funny is I'm about to say something that's like, well, we all knew this, but Gal Gadot looks like she's gonna be funny as fuck to watch deliver some of these lines.
Yeah, it looks like it's her best acting job, to be honest with you. And she looks hot as the
Oh,
queen.
that outfit.
That's gonna be funny.
Straight up looks hot, but yeah, the dwarves look fucking like nightmare fuel. They look terrible.
Well,
Like,
it's just
utterly
the film
terrible.
look ugly as hell as well.
Yeah, and also Like you couldn't put more care into this. And it's what we were talking about earlier. I mean, I think this will be the antithesis of this era of meh that you said we were going to be in this year, which we clearly are in, MauLer. We're in the era of meh. So we're past the flopbuster and we're just like wandering through the post-apocalypse. And it's fucking meh. But I think this is going to be like the poster child. Like Marvels was the poster child for the MCU. Acolyte was the poster child for Forces Female. This is going to be the poster child for fucking creative bankruptcy.
Dude.
They are cranking up some real bad faith and lack of reputation for these remakes. It's like there was maybe a time, don't know what year you'd pick exactly, maybe 2019, where people were okay. But since then, it's just gone downhill. And this is, I would be surprised if a lot of people have a lot to say about this one when it comes out. Especially because, like, fucking hell, it's Snow White. Leave it alone.
It's what launched the company.
It's what launched the damn company. I said this, and MauLer's going to agree with me because I know you hate this movie as much as I do. Terminator Dark Fate was the greatest example of like people were done with this shit back then. They were fucking done, and it got a new life over the Summer of Love and all that shit. But I stand by that is one of the worst rapings of
I fucking hate that film. The video pending some century. Because Terminator means a shit ton to me. So watching it get ruined like that over and over again. Genesis and Dark Fate, they're just whoa.
Remember the scene from The Naked Gun that they put in Genesis? Where Channing Tatum's watching Amelia Earhart get changed, and it's through the screen.
Like Courtney, right? That's his name.
Yeah. Dude, you picked that up and you don't get Amelia Earhart. Okay, fine, or whatever.
What do you mean? I hadn't gotten to that one yet. That was the second one. He's gonna give me time, right?
Yeah, Jesus.
And then it's just on that screen, and it just looks like that scene in The Naked Gun, which is getting changed, and the dick falls out. It's just like, what is this goofy shit? Come with me if you want to live.
Josh Kelsey has dropped $19.99 and says nothing because that's.
By the way, that trailer was fucking
Thank you, Josh.
Trash.
You just hate
Girl Boss the trailer singing Girl Boss the song.
Oh,
You gotta have more than that, as. Come on,
Dude,
what do you think?
Snow White fights the rise of
just right.
fascism.
It looked like a CGI piece of gobbledygook.
Yeah,
And it just looked awful. It just looked so fucking CGI'd and mess. It didn't look like live action in the slightest. It didn't seem to have any relation to live action at all. And then you just got her singing a song about being a girl boss while fucking turning up to the castle, just going, "We're here to take the castle back because I'm the leader that ever lived the mission." But it's just like, just fuck off.
Rachel Zegler's Spielberg's fault, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
West Side Story.
What are you doing,
Jar Jar Abrams?
Stephen? You've cursed us with several people at this point.
He's hasn't been the same man since
He
Kate
fucked
Capshaw.
Kids Gone Epstein Island. Oh,
Sure. Shark Bites Entertainment for $20. Gary, do you not like Bullet? 12 Angry Men? My Dinner with Andre? I do, but these aren't movies I go back to. But I recognize their greatness. Is the fact that they're not fantastical really ruin it for you? No. I mean, like the character, it has to be special and good. But I'll give you an example of a drama. This is old, right? But like, there was a movie called Ordinary People. Remember the movie Ordinary People?
No.
Won Best Picture. And it was Hollywood trying to portray ordinary people. Now, and it's fucking retarded. And it's like, this is when Hollywood gets the most cringe, is when they do dramas. And a lot of it is television too. It's just there's some slice of life stuff I certainly like. There are exceptions. Like, you ever seen World According to Garp?
yes.
That's fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
like that's more what I would lean to.
I think I'm mostly with you. Like I assume when you look back broadly at all your favorite stuff, there's a huge pattern of you way prefer stuff that has crazy shit in it. And by crazy shit, I literally just mean sci-fi, fantasy, whatever genre bending type thing. It's not that you don't like the non-versions of those. It's just I don't know. It's like you get multiple layers, and it's much more escapist.
I'm a simple nerd. I like movies with wizards, space battles, and a drug deal gone bad. That's pretty much my thing.
Yeah, I think when you're dealing with a Hollywood drama, it's invariably done just through the eyes of a Californian. It's literally just Californian drama. It doesn't represent anything in reality. It's always Californian family from a Californian place doing a Californian thing in their Californian world for their Californian audience, aka themselves, because they're always self-aggrandizing.
Like 12 Angry Men is amazing, and
yes,
nobody's denying that. It's more of a like, and it's not like 12 Angry Men would be better if there were zombies or anything. It's just
12 Angry Zombies.
Whoa, no. Say that last thing again.
Okay, yeah. So like a guy who's a vampire, he has to kill
like Death of a Vampire Salesman. Now we're talking.
What is he? Some kind of blade or something?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh yeah,
with werewolves.
To Kill a Werewolf Bird.
Kill a werewolf bird. Yeah.
Letty for 1999. What was the Toad joke reference? I'm not gonna say. I am not gonna say. Those of you who have been in prison will know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
this is why Gary set up his suitable.
Nasty.
He's got the Batman Riddler sign there. He's riddling you.
I will never know what this is about. Then, damn it!
It's a racist term. That's what
riddling me this.
Yeah.
I say racist terms without knowing they're racist. So.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Legalize Adulthood is gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Alex Shepard for $27.99 Canadian pesos. Love Real BBC. Thank you. MauLer, cleanse the bad taste of Arcane with Venture Brothers, the best cartoon ever. Gary, please read Blind Sight by Peter Watts. Scary first contact with a crew of altered humans captained by a vampire. Hell, that sounds awesome. All right. So yeah, Venture Brothers is brilliant all the way through. All the way through. Just saying. Little short cartoons. Funny as hell. Great characterization. Some of the tightest continuity you will ever see. References in season 7 to the first episode of season 1. You know, it's great.
Do you know another show that does that?
What?
Rings of Power.
There's not even
3 seasons.
Yeah,
doesn't need it.
It's 3 seasons in his heart.
Doesn't need it.
Like Rings of Power, Venture Brothers took like 20 years to complete. So. Zachariah Pelletier on the Streamlabs side for $5. Hail, Gary, you mentioned a comic in a previous stream that you described as basically old man James Bond. Yes, King of Spies. What was the comic? I want to read it. Thank you. Also, hi,
Hi.
Mark Millar. King of Spies.
Yeah, King of Spies, Mark Millar, yeah.
Freaking fantastic. Flame Tiger for $10. I was at my college during the election. The reactions were hilarious. It's literally adult daycare. Yes, that's what they are now. Including one that offered crayons and cereal for people. I think that was an Ivy League school too. But I will continue to push on to get my lifelong dream to be a computer engineer. Well, that's an actual skill. Hail Real BBC. As long as you're not in some kind of studies program, you're good. You have a marketable skill. Working on it. Finish it. General Grievous for $4.99. Don't watch Arcane season 2. They introduce a multiverse, and apparently, according to the writers, they did have more content, but Netflix put limitations.
They have multiverse and time travel in the final act.
Oh God in heaven, fucking make it stop.
Convoluted mess. But there we are.
Pegsy for $4.99. MauLer, my soul needs the Bly Manor EFAP series. We have to show everyone it's better than Hill House. 4 years and counting. Keep it up.
I've got so many things to do. I don't know if that's ever going to be completed, but hey, you know.
And Flanagan left Netflix, right? He's gone.
He also recently answered a question of will he do any more haunting shows, and he said that's a completed part of his life. He's not going back to doing that. He's moving on. He's moving on to the Carrie TV show. That's his next thing, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Amazon is making a Mass Effect show, and Fast 9 Rider is attached to it. Sisu 2 has stopped filming and finished filming and releases in late 2025 or early 2026. Fuck yeah on that. Loved Sisu, but Mass Effect show. As MauLer,
No.
Drunken Finn is asking for 10. No.
No, it's Amazon. It's Amazon, so just expect it to have no correlation to A, Mass Effect, or B, reality.
There you go. There you go.
Was that a shot at Fallout?
Yes.
Oh no. You will upset people.
A huge one. Because Fallout TV show, MauLer, was fucking garbage.
How dare you? They're fast tracking a season 2. It's going to be really good.
Just like the Halo TV show was fucking garbage.
Haven't they already
Just
gone
like
into production for season 2?
Like, what the hell is fast tracking these days? It'll be out in 3 years or 2. I mean,
with Mass Effect
1, I'm pretty sure. Fallout season 2, I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They said once the season 1 was over, they were looking to get this out as soon as possible.
It was a terrible show. Apart from the Ghoul. The Ghoul was good character. At least he was the most compelling character to watch, put it that way.
Jonathan Nolan, director of Fallout Season 2 in August, stated the production of Fallout Season 2 will starting soon. And that was 12 hours ago. That was posted in an article. So.
Well, let's hope they do a better job than they did on Westworld Season 2.
Oh, God, that's a show. Oh, when's that last season coming out, eh?
Never.
Have you seen someone asked James Gunn how he's going to be different from running DC like Marvel, and he said, because we're not going to green light before we have a script.
Novel concept.
Thing is, he's still willing to announce a shit ton of stuff without scripts.
Yeah.
What's just...
I guess, to be fair, right, there is a difference that I think is important between saying we want to make a Superman film and then green lighting the production before having a script. These are two different phases. I'm very glad that we're at a point where we can say maybe we should have a script before we start filming. That's a neat idea that they cracked decades ago, but it looks like we're finally back, at least with 1 or 2 people in Hollywood. So how about that?
Now how good that script's going to be?
Well, that's what I mean. That's what Gary was saying about like solving older problems when it comes to creative, stuff. We haven't had to like address and focus on a lot of those problems because we've had a bunch of crazy new problems that have destroyed everything on top of the fact that people are crap at making stories.
Well, the guy who was writing Quantum Mania as it was going along, where did he get promoted to? Did he get promoted somewhere to another film?
I don't know if he did, because Quantum Mania make very little money? We're talking like under 100K.
It made minus money.
I thought it made like very, very little ultimately.
No, because
over
budget ended up being huge.
I mean,
its true budget ended up being
a flop.
massive.
It was a true flop. Yeah,
definitely a flop. But according to Forbes, Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania had a profit of $88,000. That's what I mean. It's a profit, but
and is that profit coming from Disney paying itself to bring it to a streaming service?
Because
that don't count.
That don't count. You can pretend it counts,
honest,
but
that's not enough in any way, shape, or form to be.
No, they don't make
even
these
a
movies.
small success. That's just not a success.
They don't make these things to break even.
No,
they don't make these things to make $100,000, which wouldn't even pay for the fucking catering. Okay. And that's the argument with Gladiator 2 is had a decent weekend for, and it's been out internationally already for a long time. So it's pulled in like 200 something million dollars. But it cost anywhere between 250 to 310 million dollars. It's the 12th most expensive film ever made. And it's not going to make it here. Now, if it makes it up and it's international, problem is international numbers, your percentage the studios get is much smaller. Much smaller.
But
yeah.
Jeff Loveness says he's got nothing on his IMDb for past Quantumania, not even like upcoming or anything. He's
Right.
So
Right.
He done.
But I mean, you know how it works. He's probably going to get put on the fucking Avengers film again.
Yeah.
Michael Waldron was the one that was shocking. He's an architect of the destruction of the MCU in a lot of ways, and they keep rewarding him.
Wasn't he a Rick and Morty guy?
Yeah, well, so is Jeff Loveness is a Rick and Morty guy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is about them being quote unquote Rick and Morty guys, like the assumption me and Fringy had was that they were a part of it somewhat, and Dan Harmon just tossed them credits.
Yep.
Because like
the case for a lot of stuff.
Some of the writing in like one of these guys, I forget which one, was supposed to be responsible for Vat of Acids. There's an episode of Rick and Morty that's like particularly complicated, and it was just like there's just no way this came from one of those guys. It's just impossible.
I only watched the first 2 seasons and they were good, and then I've been essentially told it's a good place to leave the show.
Well, I mean, you can tell. Do you remember how much people talked about it back when it was like season 2? It's completely disappeared now. It's like they're consistently dropping episodes, but nobody talks about it. It's just gone.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Rick and Morty's up to, I want to say like 7 or 8 seasons now. 78 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're becoming like what Simpsons is, it's just lost all of its identity. It continues on and 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 on.
I haven't seen a Simpsons episode in 25 years.
It's been a long time.
Me and Fringy watched one, I want to say half a year ago, and me and him watched the fuck out of it over and over again when we were younger, and we were like dying. It was one episode. Everything is so bad in the every aspect of the animation, the voice acting, the writing. It was like watching it is like Skinwalker shit where you're just like, I don't trust any of this. This isn't what it is. What have you done?
Ed Song for $5 says, MauLer, when you guys were on Dark Knight Rises, I lost my shit. Bruce Wayne was so dumb he put his piggy bank money into the stock investing account.
Wait, what?
The stock thing made no sense in that film.
Oh,
apparently trades which occurred during a hijacking of the stock exchange are allowed to stand. And the market wasn't immediately kind of like rolled back, We're
talking Dark Knight Rises, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, none of that fucking movie makes any sense. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's not a good movie. It's just not.
I remember being so disappointed, dude.
Yep.
I was like, no.
Big Ounce for $5. Weekly Marvel versus DC fight. Gore the God Butcher versus Cheetah.
Well, even I know the answer to that. I think Cheetah, right?
Both at their peak of their power. Then Gore the God Butcher skins Cheetah and uses her skin as a rug in front of his fire.
I'm gonna go along with that.
Cheetah's hotter, okay? Don't get me wrong, but she dead.
Whoa.
Minerva version.
Are we talking the 1984 version?
The 84 version.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Jesus Christ. For a second there, I was like, is he talking about 84 or 84 the movie or 84 the year?
No, not the no. It was comic version.
Dude, this makes me think if you were like a billion-year-old nerd and you knew every single thing, like there's just too many references at that point, isn't it? Someone says a word,
especially with DC,
like 17 different results.
Who changes their characters and their universe every 5 years at this point. Like it's so confusing. B. Colby for $10. This morning during Azza stream, I kept anticipating Chat's mom YouTube debut, but that, I mean, her kicking in the office door, tossing in a flashbang, and hauling ass
Oh.
off black bagged. Wow.
Yeah,
Close.
we haven't talked about that yet. That game.
Yeah. Fun game.
Fun bags?
There's fun, but I mean, there's a woman with definite
Yes.
fun bags. Yeah.
We love fun bags.
They're quite clearly bought and paid for fun bags, but you know,
Who cares?
yeah.
Arcane.
I'm not discriminating.
Of course not. Well, especially if they're on dudes. You just know. You've made that really clear. Arcane fumbled so hard
Exactly.
that I don't consider season 2 canon. Also, Az chose correct with Gran.
Yes.
Says Haikira for $5.
Yeah, she's streets ahead as everyone else right now.
Ben Mangarera for $5. MauLer, how do writers from season 1 create such a disappointment as season 2? By the way, did you watch Necrit talk about one of the lead creatives?
No, I haven't seen that. And then as to the answer to that question, I'll always go back to Ridley Scott made Alien and Prometheus. This is something that happens. I'll never understand how, but it does happen. Artists can change even in a matter of just 3 years. Anything could happen. It could be that they're rushed. It could be that they're drunk. It could be that they're angry. It could be that they're confused or insecure. It could be that they're just off their game. It could be that they were lucky when they made the first thing. I don't know. I'm as speculative on this as anybody is. I don't know what the fuck happened. The people who made season 1, it feels like the people who made season 2 did not like season 1.
It's
Crazy, but not unexpected. Japanese Demon Lord for $10 about Arcane. Maybe if y'all stopped watching knockoff wannabe Western anime and start watching actual good anime, not Dragon Ball or Pokemon, those are crap. You wouldn't be disappointed. There you go.
Yes, the solution to my issues with watching animated stuff is to start watching fucking Japanese anime. That's gonna help me out. It's not like their fucking record isn't one of the worst for the mediums. In terms of ratios, like I think one of the best. I don't know how you guys feel about this. It'd be actually interesting to find out because me and Fring have talked about it before. But stop motion animation seems to have the best ratio of likelihood to be good. And as far as I'm concerned, that's probably due to the fact that it's a fucking nightmare to make stop motion animation.
Yes.
So you have to take it very carefully. Everything's deliberate, that sort of thing. But you know, like a video game versus a book versus a TV show versus a movie, like the likelihood it's going to be good, they all have like a slightly different ratio. I'm not sure where you guys, like comic books included too, where they would all sit. But I don't fucking anime, I would not say has a fucking high ratio of the average
Of like consistently good. Like there's so much of it. Of course, there's some good stuff, but it's got a lot of bad. Just like comic books.
Yeah, everything has a lot of bad. I'm just saying that it does seem to me there's a bit of a, there's a ladder.
Yep. As always,
Chaos is a ladder.
But what would you guys say? Just off the top of your head.
It's just off the top of my head with things being just so all over the place right now. It's so hard to gauge anything because a video game, you would say, well, that takes, let's say, 5-6 years of development. The whole process costs a huge amount, costs the amount of a motion picture. So you would think it would come out as great as it could possibly be. And yet you look at 2024 and you're just like, what the fuck? What universe am I in right now? The movies that we've been watching that have got budgets of 200, 300 million. And we're just like, the Marvels and the Flash and just like, what? Aquaman 2 and what are we watching? What is this shit now?
If we rewound by a decade, I would have suggested that video games have a higher ratio than movies because they have to actually fucking function. Like
yes.
But these days, games are getting released where they don't even fucking work. So it's like, it's hard to make that claim anymore. So we're kind of lost on that one.
Yeah, we are in weird times. We're in weird times.
Yeah.
They're not proud of their stuff anymore. In a sense of the actual product, not the DEI messaging.
let me show you this, okay? Let me show you this, right?
Gary, you'll
Let
be
me-
interested in this because you're a game
Yeah.
god.
You're a gamer god, okay?
That's me.
Avowed, Obsidian, beloved company, made Fallout New Vegas, one of the touted as the best Fallout game. And it wasn't even made by Bethesda. This is what's coming out. This is Avowed. It's coming out in February. And this is who made it. This is a cross section of.
What is Avowed? Like, I've never even heard of it.
It's an RPG. It's
Oh my
now it's being
gosh.
called Veilguard 2.0.
Veilguard 2.
And then I wonder how good Avowed will be. Oh,
Are you gonna?
I see.
Are you gonna
And-
stream it?
I think you should. You have to now.
Gen Z boss in a woke game. Gen
Oh
Z boss
no,
in a
not
woke
that
game.
meme.
Gen Z boss in a woke game.
What even was that meme? Like,
I don't know.
what was that?
Itty bitty titties in a bob. I'm like, what are you saying?
I remember being like,
and
is this
then-
what women do?
And yeah, I think it's just Gen Z bosses. And then today I decided to check in on Avowed to see how it was doing because some more images have been released, and these are the NPCs. Some of the NPCs, X-Ray,
Sorry.
that we're going to be blessed
Oh my
with.
god. What is the one on the bottom left? Like
That's your kin.
we don't look that bad.
That
I
looks
thought you
just
meant-
like X-Ray Girl.
I took a second there as I thought it was a species called a Yorkin. So fun.
Maybe we'll call him Dick Donner.
Dick Donner.
I like Dick. This is the level that we've got. Like, what the fuck
What kind
is
of
this?
animation is that? That
Dick
is
Donner.
horrible.
Oh,
Here's your Californian fantasy. The latest Avowed game, the latest game Avowed, featuring strong-chinned female non-binary characters and a diverse cast of male liberals.
da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey,
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I think it's a female. I don't even know.
you want to get
Smoking.
your senses assaulted even more? Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
Oh,
No.
you're not ready.
Mm.
We got some more Wicked press tour coverage.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh,
I just want to
no.
keep an eye on her nails. I don't know what's said here, but keep an eye on her nails. By the way,
Whose nails?
she's in a
Ariana or
Yeah.
I don't know.
she's
her.
going full David Byrne, like stop making sense,
Oh
making sense.
my
Look-
god!
look at-
What is that?
Okay, hang on.
Gandhi.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm a person and I feel and I have feelings and I can share them.
And if you need to cry right now, you cry.
Oh my god.
And someone said to me once that the green was the thing that I would love the most about Alphabet, that I would want to stay green.
So, 'cause she
But actually,
almost cut her own. She almost slit her own throat right there.
I love.
She almost slit her own throat with those nails.
That is a bit extra.
Okay, what the hell happened to these women on the set of Wicked? That's all I want to know.
How do
They
you
feel
wipe
like-
yourself?
Food
They just
away
got
from
back
them?
war. You know?
No.
Yeah.
How do you wipe yourself without hurting yourself? Honestly.
Dude, they didn't come back from war. They came back from fucking Auschwitz. You
I
know,
know, it's like they just.
I'm just distracted by the what she was saying. She wants to be green.
Mom, we all have the things we concentrate on. It's great.
Holy shit! What happened to these women?
I know.
Fuck.
That nose ring looks like she's got that fucking oxygen thing in her nose, keeping her
They sound
alive.
so
A cannula?
traumatized.
in this character. But every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more.
What?
What?
So she hated being
Come
green.
away feeling really beautiful.
You f***ing are.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, God.
You
absolutely,
know?
Yeah. what you
You're
brought to this
mad!
film and to the
You're mad. You are mad as a fucking box of frogs.
She got paid millions of dollars now, not as much as Ariana Grande.
Bringing the frogs back into this has really.
Sorry, no,
Well,
sorry.
she was green. Okay, I'll give her that.
What, dude?
What the
Dude.
hell? What the fuck is this, dude?
I'm so glad.
Not in Hollywood.
I would be completely honest with you. I actually kind of did like phase out of my own exist. Like I was just like I'm just watching some bizarre like
experimental movie.
Like it's surfing channels on some kind of sketch comedy. You know? You just,
yes.
Dude,
then-
a Razorhead watched that and asked me what the fuck was going on.
I don't know what's happening.
Do you remember when interviews were like, what's your character like? And then they say, my character is an adventurer who wants to save the day, and then they're like, wow, when's the movie out? And then they say next week, and that's that. Remember that? Remember when they did that before?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I don't know what she just said.
I don't know what she said either.
She
All
said-
I get out of this is you're in a multi-million-dollar film, which your paycheck cash,
green.
you're doing really good. You're green in it, and you sing, you do all right. I mean,
Do you
it was the ninth flicker of hell for me, but
And,
a lot of
and
people
Ariana
fucking loved
Grande
it.
said, you can cry if you want to.
You can cry if you about what? Like
Being green?
Being green? You're not really green.
Do you think this interviewer is
Watch
like,
this again?
Like
Are you
you're
riddling
worried
me?
about feeling beautiful. You got the job. You got the role.
Look, she's got crazy eyes, that fucking interviewer, and even her crazy eyes are going,
Her?
these
Her?
people are...
Are we sure about her?
Oh,
Az, be careful.
sorry.
Oh,
I don't know these days. It could
I
very well be a
know
her.
Be
there
careful,
is
Azzy
to
Poo.
know about the crying game. Dude, they need to take the flowers out of that vase and start fucking drinking some of that water. That's what they need to do.
That's something.
to these characters. You've not just taken care of them. You
They have been vacuum packed.
Thank
you.
Really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is also my first time ever doing a junk.
You
You're
have been the
amazing.
light
You're
of the
amazing.
day.
You
Oh,
are
God.
Oh my
They're not
God.
talking at the same time.
Oh.
Stop. Oh, Jesus.
They're just stroking each other's egos at this point.
okay, you need to like,
Yeah,
this
man.
needs to get one of them edits where you replace the interviewer with your own clip.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, God.
You know,
yes.
you know when they move in and they're like, "You're great. You need to move back." And
Yeah.
go, "Whoa!"
Whoa.
So I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Holy shit. These people are fucking gone.
Nuts.
These are the people who
Nuts.
tell us how to live and tell us how to vote. They are certifiably insane, possibly anorexic.
There's no possibility. Ariana Grande is fucking anorexic as fuck.
When she ate the cheeseburger, you would see it full through
Yeah.
her body.
You through her throat. You would see it fucking being broken down in her stomach. But she could only have one bite at a time because the stomach's probably like pea size.
On the day you are such a gift, people such light into them. This is probably bad. This is probably bad.
Gary,
This
can you
was
smell toast? Can you
The AI is
I'm
struggling.
reading
Okay.
the AI closed caption. Okay, and yes, I smell a little toast. Okay.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much
We
for
appreciate
coming into
you.
this room
Thank
today.
you.
We needed
Brought
you to come.
such light into this room today.
What is
She has, like, a
wrong with
torch.
them?
I don't know what I just watched.
I'm still stuck on her nails. How does she function?
How does she not cut her fucking throat with that? That's something you need to throw when she
Wait,
does
is
this.
she-
When she does this,
Her
thing, just
nails
goes-
are the least crazy thing about that.
Is she a lesbian? The actress?
I think she's mentally ill.
I'm pretty sure they all
I'm
identify
gonna say
as
mentally
queer.
lesbian.
I'm gonna say they all identify as queer to get roles.
I'm mentally straight, guys. Okay.
Spiritually, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
Culturally, I'm straight.
Yeah.
When I drink, I'm spiritually a lesbian. You're right.
When I get drunk.
Bruce
Dude.
Leroy J. Sorry, chat.
They-
I just
Get off the what Gary, you're a drug lord. What the
Drug
fuck?
lord.
I promise you, I was never a drug lord, bro. I was a lord.
You
I was
lord
a lord
drug.
at getting high.
Gary, what the the fuck were they on? What are they on? What were they on?
Okay, so my best guess is there's a lot of euphoria going on there, a lot of emotions. So it's either some type of opiate, like an oxycodone, or possibly
MD,
yeah, a little ecstasy if you want to go illegal route, or definitely some antidepressants. Like definitely some antidepressants going on there.
Is it possible they're aliens?
Yes,
probably. They're just wearing skin suits.
Can we nuke California?
I mean, it could fall into the ocean theoretically. Somebody
One
said
day.
farts in the chat. Yes, that too. MDMA or Molly, it definitely felt like that, like really hyper, like I love you. Yeah, for sure. Possibly.
Drunk?
Well, that's the weird
Drunk,
from
do you think?
the-
Maybe drunk?
That's way too low level.
No, yeah, they would have been slurring. I mean, like Mark Hamill's drunk.
All the time.
Like all the time. Like he's drunk. In my opinion.
No, it's a fact.
He's left social media to take a break because the Democratic paychecks dried out. So
yes.
Bruce Leroy Jenkins for $2. Always late, and Jeremy Prime. There you go. Sunny Hard R for $2 says thoughts on the X-Ray Girl dating simulator. None whatsoever.
Lots.
None.
Lots.
Eggy Orphan for $5. Hey Gary, I
gonna
know
stream it after this.
You've probably been asked a lot after watching Unification. I want to start watching Star Trek, but what do you recommend? Oh, the Star Trek. Start at Star Trek and stop at Enterprise. You can watch the movies after what people call the original series. I call Star Trek, and then you can move into Next Generation. Those movies, I'd say watch them, but they kind of suck. And if you want to top it off, you could top it off with Star Trek Picard season 3 and then Unification. End it with Unification. By the way, some people behind Star Trek Picard season 3 worked on Unification.
Oof. I mean, God, dude, did you watch Drinker's video?
I did. It's one of his best.
That ending. His voice was just cracking. I was just like,
I've watched it 15 times.
I've watched it. I've watched it a lot. It made me go back and watch them all just over and over.
Yep.
That one where Spock's just seeing, where he's just gone back to his young and he's just also seeing the Enterprise.
God dang it. I know. There's so much love and behind the scenes. There's some stuff I could say that they couldn't make it public because of Paramount. So Paramount was behind it, but they said you can't make it public on YouTube. My guess is monetization. And even if they listed it as not monetized, YouTube still monetizes stuff that you list non-monetized.
Yes, correct.
So that's my guess. But there were people who worked on Picard season 3. I don't know if I should say. Somebody prevalent behind Picard season 3 worked on that too. You saw a scene from Picard season 3 in Unification.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, think about the people who gave us that Enterprise D scene and this. Like, they loved Star Trek. That's not questionable at all at this point. And it's really what a lot of people desire to make. Unfortunately, again, my speculation, which may be based on some reality, is Alex Kurtzman's a petty little bitch. You can quote me on that. Is a petty little untalented bitch. There, you can quote me on that too. But hey, we get Star Trek Academy. Woo! Section 31. Oh boy. You know the super secret organization with badges?
Oh, you mean badges, uniforms, marked spaceships,
and Employee of the Month posters all throughout the Federation.
I am a spy on their fucking tops and shit.
Best secret spy, best Uber spy. Section 31. I might review it. It looks fucking terrible.
Was it January?
It's January.
Yeah, I'm busy that year.
we are going to be busy in 2025 because a lot of stuff is coming out. Dude, one thing I'm excited for, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Can't wait to see it. That's in there.
I hope
3 or 4 months.
Good.
I hope it's good. Albert, not a retro for 5 Canadian pesos says, just want to let X-Ray Girl know none of the girls in 5 Hearts, 1 Roof are as pretty as her.
Oh, you
or
fucking
her
simp.
hot mom,
You fucking
Carolyn.
stop simping.
Thank you.
See that,
Oh,
by the way,
that-
that's just Az being mad. They didn't say that about him. You know, and one day you'll get that message.
Az
That's what I'm
is
gonna
just
say.
so jealous.
Az,
right
can you
now.
say uwu?
Ooh.
Got him.
Right, I'm off to OnlyFans now. See you.
Darth Queefus for 2 British pounds. Ben's over in fishnet tights for Az.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Toxic Brood for
She
10.
took him off. She took him
Yeah.
off.
I have no idea what I'm reading right now. Toxic Brood for $10. How many people do you think got cancer from being around scrolls since they were hiding out in nuclear plants that were shown to still have high levels of radiation? Everybody.
Everybody.
And it affected their brain first, and it affected the writers of Marvel first. So
God, I can't believe they dealt with that like off screen, and there's just nothing.
is that
When is it
how
going
they're
to get
dealing with
referenced
it?
next? I don't know. The fact that there's nothing on it, and I'm assuming there's not going to be a single reference to a
So
scroll.
Marvels and Deadpool Wolverine's the next thing to come out after Marvels. So the next thing that should reference it that's really within the MCU should be, well, Agatha
New
didn't
World,
mention
right?
it. Agatha should have mentioned it.
Yeah.
Didn't.
It is a world crisis.
Yeah.
What, like the celestial
Like
that
Tiamat-
caused massive tidal
Tiamat
waves?
being in the middle
Honestly,
of the, in
Az,
the Indian Ocean.
It's
Yeah.
more of a crisis than that because your literal neighbor could be a scroll.
So in the
But
trailer,
what's more of a crisis than a huge tidal wave wiping out probably Australia,
God,
India,
That's fine.
Pakistan, Japan?
MauLer.
Fine.
Okay.
So they mention Tiamat in the Indian Ocean in the trailer I saw for Captain African American. So
Well,
that's
we already know they're taking care of that with adamantium and shit. Yeah.
yes,
The-
yes.
I don't know if that was always the plan or if they've just folded to like
Fuck
too
if
many
I know.
complaints. Yeah, but I don't know. Loads of people pointed it out. It was a meme, the giant fucking celestial thing. But I don't think people are going to remember the scrolls enough to meme that. It's like there was a scroll war. Hello, anybody? Knock, knock. Marvel.
No. It was supposed to run across, like Nick Fury started a fucking war with 1 million scrolls and left and fucked off. So he
And
can
then
so he
the
can
president
walk
of the
into his
time
trans
declared
allegory.
war on them to wipe them out, and now we're dealing with a different president who's probably not even going to mention scrolls.
Nope. Scroll. What about scrolls? I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. Comes out
Some
in
people
a couple
saying
months.
it was a secret invasion. Don't you remember?
They got secret cancer.
Yeah, they would get radiation, and then Gaia. Where the hell is she going to be? She's never going to get referenced again.
Never going to be seen again.
The most
Never.
powerful non-god superhero in the Marvel universe will never get referenced again.
Amelia's off to kill a different franchise.
Yeah. Dramas. Gary loved Bridges of Madison County for $1.99. Never seen it. Blackest Night for $15.50. Recast Black Widow with Sydney Sweeney. Have her speak with a Russian accent. Never address it. Chad move. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm for that. Ulysses Valenzuela for $5. I'm still annoyed that all of you praised the Penguin, but no one mentioned the awesome soundtrack. Shame on you. It's got a good soundtrack. It does. So we mentioned it now. Is that
There you
okay?
go. Nailed it.
There you go.
I'm
But it does
sorry.
have a ver-
I'm sorry we didn't mention all the things you wanted.
But
Shame.
that's good that you pointed it out. Okay. Because you made a very good point.
Yeah, no, and I'm apologizing for not saying the things that he wanted us to say.
You sounded
That was
sincere.
that was a little backhanded, bro. Just saying, a little insincere.
It's actually quite a lot backhanded. It was kind of like a there and then a back again as well.
Oh my god.
Chat might like that.
There's a picture of Rosario Dawson holding up a statue of Ahsoka.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I wonder how great that season 2 is gonna do.
Boy,
Do you have Tourette's? Like, what did that have to do with fucking what we were talking about?
I just don't care anymore.
His mind is wandering.
He wants to get back to his dating game.
I did 2.5 hours, 3 hours nearly
Jesus Christ.
dating Korean women.
You know what?
and
This is
then
what happens to a country that doesn't have Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm just saying. They're a
No,
little
we
off
got
right now.
Kurt Starmer as the fucking prime minister, dude. We couldn't be in a worse position if we tried right now.
Thanksgiving can't save us.
No, even the pilgrims killing us couldn't save us.
I believe you as the concept. Bless you. The concept sounds viable. Give Blade a chance with Ryan Reynolds too. Says Ruby for 70 Zardazes. Hubro Hama for $9.99. $9.99. Long time fan, first time super chatter. I watched the Wicked trailer and contracted syphilis. Just finished Penguin and now I'm cured. There you go.
Oh,
I watched the movie.
That was a
I watched
journey.
the entire movie. Zombie Boss, thank you for the $2.99 Australian. Yes, I watched the entire movie on opening night, on preview night, and it was fucking packed with a bunch of very happy women and some husbands who are in my position, who are like sitting in the chair and like slowly just as the movie going down like this, kind of
You know
falling
what?
asleep. Yeah.
The husbands will be happy later, okay?
Yes.
When they Bible study.
When they Bible study.
Dude.
Exactly, MauLer. How'd you know?
Plastic surgeries Chris Judge had done to his face.
What are you doing, Az? Hello?
We're trying to finish the show here.
But look, can I show you?
Oh my god!
Can I show you, please? Like, what the fuck?
That's scary. That's nightmare fuel.
Yes!
Oh my god!
He looks like he's like huffed some Smilax gas.
Yes!
He looks like he got AI'd or something. On top of that. Oh my god.
Bro, you're a dude. We look all right when we get old.
Yeah.
Oh, is this on?
Besides, black don't crack, mate.
Which podcast is this?
This is inside of you.
Inside of you. Up,
You know, you
up
could-
inside of you.
You phrase that differently, Az. Like,
But that's what it is. I answered your question very efficiently.
in some ways it wasn't efficient. In some ways it was, yes, yeah, I get it. And it was.
Dang it.
Oh my god. The way
I
his
wanted
face
to make
oh.
I wanted to make a point about the scrolls and I completely
Inside
forgot
of
it.
you.
MauLer. Damn it. Because you made a good point and I was gonna elaborate on it and then I forgot it because I'm old.
Was it about the new
Dude.
president not murdering them all, unfortunately?
Yeah. President Dylan Mulvaney. No, Dilmit Mulrooney.
You know, I'm pretty sure this is the thing someone pointed out about the trailers. The one thing I like about Brave New World. Is it still called that? I keep getting them mixed up.
The New
Yeah,
World.
it's
New
Brave-
World
it's-
Order?
no,
Oh
it's
yeah,
Brave New World, yeah.
It is Brave. In Scary Movie 3, Leslie Nielsen says, I wonder what President Ford would have done. And he walks up to a painting of Harrison Ford.
Yep.
Very good meme. And then in the background of one of the scenes of Harrison Ford talking in Brave New World, there's a portrait of Leslie Nielsen as the president.
That's
And I'm
pretty
like,
funny.
Whoever got that in there, thank you. That's good shit.
Well done. Well done. Maddening 419 for $5. Az's Blade idea should star Wesley Snipes. Shut up. He's too old. Nobody wants to see him as Blade.
He kind of looks pretty good though, dude.
No, nobody wants it. That's clearly an unpopular pick. People don't want that. You're wrong. Channel Surf for $10. Saw Wicked several years ago on the stage. I really like musicals, but it was one of the very few shows I didn't like. An early example of subverting expectations. It is. It absolutely is. I went with my wife's cousin and my wife, and they got free tickets, and we're like, fuck, we'll go. It was fine. Like, musicals are fine for plays. I don't go to plays either. So, did Brie transition into nasty girl publicly?
I would say it's nasty girl.
Evil Multiverse Gary for $2. Toad and Frog, the same thing. You bigots. I knew it. I can't tell the difference between the two.
Damn.
They both taste like chicken. I don't know. Andrew Valdez for $9.99. When I was X-Ray Girl, you were there when I saved the frog, right? Were you there?
I have a video of it technically.
Oh, you do? Yeah. That some frog decided to do some like laps in my pool, and I saved it.
Not good for the froggy.
And you were freaking out when Melissa picked it up and like sprayed it. And you were like, yeah.
Well, it's the chlorine. It was the chlorine.
Chlorine, yeah. The chlorine would kill it. Yeah, I found dead
frogs
frogs in my
gross.
pool before.
They're slimy and they jump high.
And they piss on you.
Yeah, I
They
don't
eat
like
flies. Andrew Valdez for $9.99. I know probably no one on the panel is excited, but I am very excited for the Sonic movie, mainly because of Jim Carrey, but I honestly really liked the other two. That's good to be excited.
Yeah.
Could be excited. Be excited about something. We want that.
I thought the first film was fine.
I ain't seen any of them. I just know that Sonic fans are enjoying them, and that's neat.
Yeah.
Bell Andy 1 for $9.99. MauLer review critical drinker. MauLer review critical drinkers rogue elements. Don't be scared to step on his toes by being critical because you want to continue working with him. Don't be a shill. Don't be cowardly. Oh boy.
There we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Well, that would be. Wouldn't that be special treatment? I don't review my friend's work ever.
Yep.
So why would I start with his? That's not fair. And besides, like I've got other shit to do. Like how many times do I explain this?
Yeah. Woodsy 1 for $5. No more move pitching for Az. We all know he enjoys his movies like he enjoys his me with boobs.
Well done. You failed it. Your insult, and Gary got paid.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. I think he meant men, but I'm glad I didn't change it.
God, we couldn't work that one out, could we?
That's so special. I'm sorry.
The Grateful Gamer for $10. The Entertainment Avengers, aka the Fellowship, goes undefeated. It does. Damn it. Metal Burner 357 for $5. You really are the media now. You're covering Pop Crave covering Plank's haircut. I know, dude.
Aww.
Hey, it's a royal we can't, it's you guys too. All right, so you're involved in this. The Austin Powers Jaguar is up for auction in January, Florida. And 90% as will come to the States if he's offered a chance. It says change to driver it, X-Ray Girl. A chance to drive it. Says Davey Verse for $5.
Well, I don't know. Now it's a Jaguar, a Draguar. Maybe not. Wow, what a way to kill your company, hey?
Oh my God.
Woo! That is impressive.
That is absolutely nuts.
Did you guys see the other trailer? I saw Drinkers share it. It said like the cinematographer of some Christopher Nolan films, I think, made it. I forget what the car company was, but it was like a
Volvo.
Yeah. I don't know where I was, but I was like, I'll watch the first 10 seconds. I'm curious what it looks like. And then I watched the whole thing, and I was like, that was a really nice ad.
Yeah, it's a really nice little story, that wasn't it?
Yeah. I have a comic book where the cover has come away from the interior pages. What's the best way to restaple it without messing the book up? Please buy a new one.
Yes.
There are ways to fix it, but it's only worth doing. And they still figure it out with like really old, valuable stuff. Otherwise, just get another one. Yep, that's rough.
Yeah, because they know restored ones as well.
No, they don't. And move. Wait, I forgot this one. Carable for $10. A movie show where Spider-Man loses his Spidey sense and has to be trained by Shang-Chi would be cool. Ooh. Spider-Man would not be allowed to be happy, though. Well, he's not allowed to be happy in the comics.
I'm sorry, was that like surely not in the MCU? We're not.
I'm guessing it says show in parentheses. I didn't mention that part. It just says movie show.
It sounds like suicide fodder.
Yeah. I would just make a Spider-Man show based on Spider-Man. Have Mary Jane and Peter Parker married.
Yeah. And then I'll have Chong-Chi just slip off a cliff and die.
Apparently, you cannot. You cannot anymore. All right, we're gonna get the rest on Thursday when I do the square up. Sorry, it wasn't Monday. I had to kind of work on a video, but then everything kind of went to shit. The internet went out, so it was kind of hard to do that. So I'm doing that today instead. And continuing my family adventure for the next week. Should be very exciting. I have seen Critical Drinkers. I think a lot of you saw Critical Drinkers movie, and I liked it. But yeah, I don't review independent film for my friends, and I don't shit on independent creations. Those are people just starting out, you know. Maybe Chris Gore can not just throw him under the bus. Why not? No, but yeah, I thought the action was really good. I liked it. I reviewed it at the panel where we premiered it at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con, which was amazing. Seeing all you people out there with Drinker, we had a good time. We had a really good time. So it was fun being out there. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Make sure you protect yourself.
What, condom?
Yeah, wrap it up. It was a joke.
Fucking bareback, baby. Nice.
Yeah, like X-Ray Girl's buying all the hot women covers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just see like that, and I'm like, I mean, Batman looks really good there too. Like, oh, here's another Vampirella one. I know everyone's just dying.
She's got big bobs.
She's got
Yep.
big bobs.
Birthing hips.
No
Yeah, man.
bush.
Now birthing hips.
No
Oh no,
bush
she got Brazilian.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Uh,
this is my favorite one. One more. I can't wait to actually like. It's TNMT and Power Rangers mixed.
Power Rangers. Look at X-Ray Girl buying comics now. Actually, what? Hey, have you seen Christmas Vacation yet, X-Ray Girl?
No, but
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this earlier, but look, it's Trump.
Space Force. There you go. Look at you buying
Anyways.
comic books. Let's see, what did I get?
Still a nerd in training.
Very much so. Oh, as you'll recognize this one.
Oh yes, sir. Good cover.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the one with Barry and Jay running towards the woman.
Az, what do you got coming up?
I'm going to be continuing my effort to fuck an Asian woman tomorrow.
Not
Not X-Ray Girl. You're married.
me. I know. I'm putting it out there in case anyone in the chat. I know you chat.
Oh, they're gonna think it anyway. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. about
They've
it.
already made fanfic about it and everything.
Oh my God.
So tomorrow we'll continue with. Cause I'm damn knackered. We'll continue with 5. Dude,
You're what?
knackered.
Knackered.
What's
That is a British thing, I think.
Knackered, tired.
Okay,
Actually,
tired. That's what I thought it was.
Well,
I just wanted to be sure.
Knackered well, technically it means tired
From sex, isn't it?
sexual
Yeah.
activity. Yeah,
It evolved into just tired for the
Oh
most
my
part. though.
god!
Yeah, but
that
now
game
it's just-
has got you knackered. Damn.
well,
Maybe I
look,
should play it.
I've had to deal with 5 fucking Korean women and deal with their shit. I've had to go
Oh.
back in time to sort their fucking shit out properly,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can gorp at Grand's knockers.
Is
Boobs.
Gorp a Britishism thing too?
Gorp.
I've never heard of that.
Is Gorp just British, Molly?
Yes.
Well, if Gary has no idea, then yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So. But
It means, yeah, Gorp means like stare, you know.
Might be Australian too. All right. Well, thanks,
There
Az,
you go.
for catching us up on that. We're all enlightened.
And I'm
appreciate it.
working on my Dragon Age The Veil Guard video.
So it's like Gawk. Okay. So Gop is like Gawk.
Gork.
Gawk.
I thought you said Gawk.
Gorp.
Gorp.
Gorp. Gorp. Is that how?
do we need any more evidence that this stream needs to end?
No, we're all having strokes.
Everyone's
MauLer,
brains are
MauLer,
melting.
please tell us what you're doing next.
More breaking down of Arcane episodes. We're moving through them extremely carefully, and basically they've doubled up as therapy sessions for the whole lot of the cast. We went from, trying to praise and break it down as a sense of like, this isn't working here, but we're already in the mode of just trying to make as much fun out of it as we can now, because it's just not the result we were looking for. But there we are. And yeah, no other updates just yet about any particular thing, but I hope as the weeks go by that I can say more about stuff I'm up to.
Sure. Awesome. Thanks for being here, MauLer. What do you got coming up? I'm
going to be playing Diablo later on tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then tomorrow we have the Nooner, and also we have a Nooner on Thursday. For those who did not see the community post about that.
Yep.
I'm assuming same time. So yeah.
Thanksgiving Nooner.
I don't know if I'm going to play Stalker, or I'm very curious to date 5 Korean women.
Yes.
You're curious to date 5 Korean women?
I want to see Asian woman
exhausting.
Tries to date Asian women.
Yeah.
And then your thumbnail, it's just a pile of cars crashed.
As you know, there's Uber, right?
Even worse.
What? I can't wait until we do, what's that race called?
The Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run. Az and I together, we're going to have the best time.
I gotta be honest with you. I thought we were in some serious trouble there when X-Regal said, "What's that race called?"
X-Regal Master. It's called.
Oh,
okay.
I
We
like
really
that
need to get out of here now.
I mean, Cannonball Run.
If we could ever get that done, that would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, the Cannonball Run. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, it's back onto the master.
No, we're talking about PC Master Race, obviously.
Okay. I gotta work on a video. Everybody's like delirious now and losing their mind.
Oh my god.
Thank you all for the donation. You help keep the lights on. There'll be a square up on Thursday.
I'm hot.
Thank you to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who participated. Thank you to all the lurkers. We love you all. Ciao.
Bye.